pox, heartworm disease, roundworms, and hookworms. Nextguard Plus comes in a tasty beef-flavored chew, so you don't have to use next-level tricks to get your dog to take it. Use with caution in dogs with a history of seizures or neurologic disorders. Dogs should be tested for existing heartworm infection prior to starting a preventative. Talk to your vet about Nextguard Plus for next-level protection for your dog.
Thanks for calling Discover. This is Nia.
Hi, Nia. It's Jennifer. Did you know that Discover automatically doubles all the cash back you've earned at the end of your first year?
Yeah, I work here.
Okay. I was just double checking. Get it?
Because Discover automatically doubles all the cash back you've earned at the end of your first year?
Oh, you get me, Nia.
You could say that I double get you.
I guess we've taken it too far.
You earn, we match. Discover Cashback Match. See terms at discover.com/creditcard.
Amazon has everything for every kind of birthday. Whether that's a 3-tier cake stand,
Happy birthday!
comet balloons for your son's space-themed party, or gifts like a karaoke machine for that friend who never stops singing.
Happy birthday to you.
From cake stands to karaoke machines, shop everything for every party on Amazon.
Sometimes it feels like the world is moving at hyperspeed and you can't keep up because it's one thing then another. And don't forget the meeting and the yoga class and the dinner reservation. But then you get into the all-new Nissan Murano and you feel the breeze from the panoramic moonroof while the massaging seats melt away the tension of the day. And you realize that sometimes the greatest rush is not rushing at all. Shop the all-new Murano at nissanusa.com. Panoramic moonroof massaging leather appointed seats are available features.
And now, two pigeons who can't believe how good humans have it with DirecTV.
These humans are hopping from streaming apps to live sports without batting a wing.
All from the DirecTV home screen.
With just one click, you could be watching a baseball game, a movie on Netflix,
or a critically acclaimed documentary.
You watch documentaries?
I love the ones that leave you with a question.
What?
Exactly.
DirecTV, a better way to watch whatever you want to watch. Visit directtv.com.
Internet connected Gemini device, separate Netflix membership, and additional paid subscriptions required for third-party apps.
Lowe's knows a good deal goes a long way. So right now, you can get up to 40% off select major appliances. Plus, save up to $300 when you purchase 2 or more select GE kitchen appliances, $396 or more. Explore more great deals now during SpringFest at Lowe's. We help, you save. Valid 4/3 through 4/16. Selection varies by location. While supplies last, exclusions apply.
Some people play by the rules, but the real game changers break them. I'm Soraya, and on Rule Breakers, we're talking to the risk takers, the rebels, and the ones rewriting the playbook. Follow and listen to Rule Breakers with Soraya on the free Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Town Fair Tire has the area's largest inventory of name brand tires at discount prices, including Michelin tires, which give you the perfect match. A relaxing driving experience from your vehicle, along with all-season design for superior performance that stands out from the crowd. And Town Fair stands out from other dealers with a guaranteed lowest price on Michelin tires and gives you more free services for life than anywhere. Nobody beats a Town Fair tire deal. Nobody.
Name brands at discount prices. Town Fair Tire.
You're listening to the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
And we continue to get you set for Red Sox versus Cardinals. Final game of the 3-game series. Sox go for win number 5 in a row. They've now won 4 straight. Remember, they took 2 out of 3 against the Orioles, but it was the last 2 of that series. Now they've won the first 2 here against St. Louis, and this team now 5-4 on the season, going for the sweep here in their first series of the year at Fenway. Before every game, we interview Red Sox manager Alex Cora, and Alex Cora on WEEI is brought to you by your New England Ford dealer and F-Series, America's best-selling truck for 48 years and the official truck of the Boston Red Sox. And this is the Mass Mutual pregame show. Talk to Mass Mutual today. Feel comfortable about tomorrow. We had a chance to hear from Alex Cora after Game 1, which was a 5-4 win in 10 innings. A walk-off hit from Wilyer Abreu sealed the win for the Sox. And here is Alex Cora talking about that win.
Wilyer's leg's feeling a little better?
Yeah, he'll start the next one, yeah. We needed him there in that spot. The walk was good, and then that's the hitter we saw a few years ago. He can take advantage of the wall. And like I said, he worked hard in the offseason with his swing. his body, and right now he's, this start is amazing.
Good to see Rafi go the other way.
We're getting there now. We're getting there. The at-bats are really good. They've been really good throughout, right? He's swinging and missing. He's not chasing. He's staying in the zone. Little by little, the swing is back to normal. That was impressive.
Considering some of the chances you missed earlier in the game, to have that comeback like that.
Yeah, we need to win that game. Both teams are banged up now, bullpen-wise. That's the reality of it. So whoever can get the start out of the game in the second one is going to probably win the game. So we use everybody. There's going to be guys down for the second game that are going to be part of it. But at least we won this one. We won the series, right? And hopefully we can finish it off.
What did you see from Whitlock?
A walk, hit by pitch, and a sinker that was supposed to be away. It was inside, But then he gave us a chance to win the game.
How big is it with what Chapman did there in the top of the inning?
Yeah, that's who he is. Just swing and miss stuff late in games. You see it throughout the league, right? And when you can get swing and misses in the ninth or extra innings, it advantage to you.
Who would you have? Do you maybe give you length in the second game if you needed it?
Yeah, we do. Mm-hmm.
Is Dobbins definitely starting then?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
All right, so that last answer you heard from Alex Cora was just confirming what we thought would be the case, and that is Hunter Dobbins getting the start here for Game 2 of today's doubleheader between the Sox and the Cardinals. This is Hunter Dobbins' major league debut. Last year, he was the Red Sox starting pitcher, minor league starting pitcher of the year. Had an awesome season between AA Portland and AAA Worcester. 3.08 ERA in 25 starts, and he had 120 strikeouts and 125 in 2/3 innings. Like a lot of pitchers, when they get into the system, their velocity increased, and that was the case for Hunter Dobbins. So as you heard in the first segment of our pregame coverage, when he was talking to me about how he's changed as a pitcher, one thing he said is that the velocity has upticked since he has been with this team. And he had a chance to talk with the rest of the media before today's game and told the story about how AAA manager Chad Tracy just grabbed him and pulled him into an office and said, I wish I could do something a little bigger for you, but we've got to get you on a plane and get you to Boston because the Woo Sox, they're in Jacksonville right now, so they had to get him up quickly. And, you see a lot of these videos of managers in AAA, doing something special for a guy when they get the call up to the big leagues. Well, this was pretty urgent for him to get up here as the 27th man for today's doubleheader. But he got a direct flight from Jacksonville here to Boston. He said he called his wife first. He said that she was actually at nursing school, so he pulled her away from classes. He said it was a cool moment. Also had a chance to call his parents, and his family was trying to fly up from Texas here to Boston because that is where Hunter Dobbins is from. So as always is the case with somebody making their major league debut, it's a fun story, and hopefully he can be productive here in his first major league start as the Sox go for the sweep against the St. Louis Cardinals. Time now for today's starting lineup, brought to you by Herb Chambers. At Herb Chambers, we don't sell cars, we help people buy them. And here is the 9 for the Cardinals. Lars Nootbaar, he leads things off. He's in left field. Wilson Contreras bats second. He's the DH. Brendan Donovan batting third. He's the second baseman. In the cleanup spot, Nolan Arenado, the third baseman. Batting fifth, Alec Burleson. He's at first. Jordan Walker bats sixth. He's in right. 7, 8, 9 looking like this. Pedro Pajes, the catcher. Victor Scott in center. Mason Wynn is the shortstop. And then Miles Michaelis gets the start. He only has one start under his belt this year. Went 5 1/3 innings his first time out here in 2025, and he allowed 2 runs and 2 hits. He's got an even record of 64 and 64 in his career, an ERA a little bit over 4, and last year he had an ERA over 5, 5.35. This is a guy that has been an all-star a couple times in his major league career. He is 36 years old, though, so we'll see if he can remain productive here in the big leagues. The 9 he's going up against on the Red Sox side of things, it's Jarren Durant leading things off. He's out in left field. Rafael Devers, he's been swinging it a whole lot better. He had a home run in game 1 of today's doubleheader out to left center field and drew an RBI walk. to tie that game in the 9th inning after falling down in the count 0-2, worked it 3-2, and then saw a fastball out of the zone and ended up tying the game. Sox obviously ended up winning it 5-4. Alex Bregman in the 3 spot. He's the third baseman. Wilyer Abreu. Let's give you the stats one more time for Wilyer here in 2025. 12 hits and 23 at-bats, 2 doubles, 3 homers, 9 RBIs, 8 walks, and he hit the walk-off single in Game 1 of today's doubleheader. Trevor Story bats 5th. He's a shortstop. Christian Campbell bats 6th and is the second baseman. Romy Gonzalez, he is at first base, bats 7th. Carlos Narvaez, he has really impressed so far in his Red Sox tenure. He bats 8th. He's the catcher. Cedar Rafaela rounds out the 9. He is a center fielder, getting his first bit of action in today's doubleheader. Mentioned Romy Gonzalez's name. He came off the bench in Game 1, and he had 2 very productive at-bats. He singled in the 7th inning and then hit an RBI double in the 9th inning. He had a chance to join Will Fleming after the 5-4 win, and Will asked him about how he's been able to just stay ready in his position on this roster.
Romy, it's getting a little out of hand how good you are at this role, where it was even more this year where you just can't play a lot because so many right-handed starters and not a lot of bullpen pinch hitting chances for you. How are you consistently able to, after these long times down and not playing, come in immediately, get a pinch hit single, and then the big swing in the 9th inning? How do you do this?
I mean, just, working with the hitting guys, man. They do such a great job with me and, keeping me ready to go, man, at all times. I've kind of, I don't want to say I've mastered the routine, but I got a nice little routine that I repeat every day when I'm not starting. And yeah, man, just leaning on my teammates, my coaches, and it's been great, man.
There's more velocity in the game now, but Helsley is different, right? I mean, we're talking into triple digits. Is there a different mindset against a guy who throws that hard?
Yeah, absolutely, man. In the back of your head, he's got triple digits, and naturally what you want to do is gear up and try to match his intensity, but it's actually the opposite. Take the less is more approach and just try to put the bat on the baseball, and the good things will happen. You can't just match his intensity, though. You just got to be able to slow the game down and take what you can get.
All right, so Romy Gonzalez talking after the fun win in Game 1, and he was awesome off the bench. Again, 2 hits and 2 at-bats. He does get the start today at first base, so Tristan Casas not getting the start here in Game 2 for the Sox. Connor Wong also obviously one of those players not getting the start, as Carlos Narvaez has the catcher spot here in Game 2, batting 8th for the Sox in the Twin Bill finale. You can watch the Red Sox pregame show on Twitch. Just follow WEEI. A little love goes a long way in the 2025 Subaru Forester Hybrid. Learn more at SubaruofNewEngland.com. Obviously, tonight's game, the last on the slate in Major League Baseball. When we come back, we'll get you the lock of the game presented by Interlock Roofing, and then we'll also get you a Subaru of New England scoreboard update. Again, Sox versus Cards, first pitch coming up in about 25 minutes. I'm Joe Wild. This is the Mass Mutual pregame show. Talk to Mass Mutual today. Feel comfortable about tomorrow.
Are you taking steps to help protect your money from the potential impact of world war? Russia and Ukraine, Israel, Gaza. We've seen threats from Iran, and now Syria has been taken over by extremists, putting the entire region at risk. The question is, how much more international conflict can we handle? And what impacts will these conflicts have on the global economy and your retirement savings? Right now, thousands of hardworking Americans are turning to precious metals like gold and silver to help them protect their hard-earned savings. You may not be able to control these global conflicts around the world, but you can control how you diversify your money. And that's where gold and silver could help. Right now, you can get a free gold and silver kit from the top-rated precious metals company, Goldco. On top of that, you could get up to a 10% instant match in bonus silver, but only while supplies last. So don't wait. Call 855-GOLD-IRA to get your free copy today and find out if you qualify for up to a 10% instant match in bonus silver. That's 855-GOLD-IRA. One more time, 855-GOLD-IRA.
Head to Gillette Stadium for the New England Revolution versus New York City FC on Saturday, April 19th at 7:30 and celebrate the 30-year anniversary of the first ever home match.
This place a rock.
Commemorative ticket giveaway will be available at all gates to celebrate this historic match and 30 seasons of New England Revolution soccer while supplies last April 19th. Get your tickets at revolutionsoccer.net. That's revolutionsoccer.net.
Lowe sabe cómo darle nueva vida a tu jardín. Por eso, durante la fiesta de primavera, te traemos Mulch Week con ahorros imperdibles. Obtén 5 bolsas de mulch de color Premium Stay Green de 2 pies cúbicos por solo $10. Además, los miembros ganan 5 veces más puntos en compras de mulch selectos. Lowe's, nosotros ayudamos, tú ahorras. Válido hasta 4/9. Programa de lealtad sujeto a términos y condiciones. Puntos otorgados en compras elegibles. Detalles en Lowe's.com/terms. Sujeto a cambios. Excluye Alaska y Hawaii.
Next level pet people give their dogs next level protection from parasites with Nextguard Plus, afoxolaner, moxidectin, and pyrantel chewable tablets. The one and done monthly treatment protects against fleas, ticks, heartworm disease, roundworms, and hookworms. Nextguard Plus comes in a tasty beef flavored chew, so you don't have to use next level tricks to get your dog to take it. Use with caution in dogs with a history of seizures or neurologic disorders. Dogs should be tested for existing heartworm infection prior to starting a preventative. Talk to your vet about Nextguard Plus for next level protection for your dog.
Thanks for calling Discover. This is Nia.
Hi, Nia. It's Jennifer. Did you know that Discover automatically doubles all the cash back you've earned at the end of your first year?
Yeah, I work here.
Okay. I was just double checking. Get it?
Because Discover automatically doubles all the cash back you've earned at the end of your first year?
Oh, you get me, Nia.
You could say that I double get you.
I guess we've taken it too far.
You earn, we match. Discover Cashback Match. See terms at discover.com/creditcard.
Amazon has everything for every kind of Easter. Whether that's toys and treats for the big egg hunt, dinnerware to hold heaps of Nana's candied yams,
Happy Easter.
or fashions to make your Sunday best better than the rest.
Happy Easter.
Ooh, I see you, girl. From pink grass to pastel ties, shop everything Easter on Amazon.
Sometimes it feels like the world is moving at hyperspeed and you can't keep up because it's one thing then another. And don't forget the meeting and the yoga class and the dinner reservation. But then you get into the all-new Nissan Murano and you feel the breeze from the panoramic moonroof while the massaging seats melt away the tension of the day. And you realize that sometimes the greatest rush is not rushing at all. Shop the all-new Murano at nissanusa.com. Panoramic moonroof massaging leather appointed seats are available features.
What would you do if your online store converted 36% more shoppers? You could take 36% more vacation.
Another pina colada? Yes, please.
Open a new retail location with 36% more square feet.
Fantastic.
Hire 36% more help.
You're hired and you're hired.
Shopify has the world's best converting checkout, up to 36% better than other e-commerce platforms. What you do with those extra sales is up to you. Switch to Shopify today at shopify.com/setup and get a $1 trial. Shopify.com/setup.
Jones and Keefe.
Weekdays 10 to 2.
Now back to the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
And this is the Mass Mutual pregame show. Talk to Mass Mutual today. Feel comfortable about tomorrow as the Sox look to sweep the St. Louis Cardinals here in their first home series in 2025. And it's time now to get you the Subaru of New England scoreboard update. There's a lot to love about the trusted 2025 Subaru Forester. Find yours at SubaruofNewEngland.com. And every other game in the division has gone final. And yet the Sox win in walk-off fashion in Game 1. Couple of teams in the AL East lost in walk-off fashion. Most importantly, the New York Yankees. They lost 5-4 in 11 innings against Pittsburgh out at PNC Park. Tommy Pham hit a walk-off home run in this one, and it snaps the Yankees' 3-game winning streak. Other walk-off was Texas against Tampa Bay, as the Rangers end up taking this one over the Rays by a score of 4-3. Jonah Heim with the walk-off single for Texas, and the Rangers are off to a great start, 8-2 to begin this season, and already 6-1 at home. Rays 4-5 overall, 0-3 on the road. Other finals within the AL East. The Blue Jays lose to the Mets by a score of 2-1, so Toronto ends up getting swept by New York, and with that, the Blue Jays will come to Fenway Park starting tomorrow, having lost all these games at Citi Field and now a 5-5 record on the season. Kansas City ends up beating Baltimore by a score of 4-1. So the Orioles, a team that didn't do a whole lot in the offseason, they're now 4-6 to begin the season. Other finals around Major League Baseball. This was a heavyweight matchup. Philly versus Los Angeles, and the Phillies, they get a 6-run third inning in this one as Nick Castellanos actually hit a go-ahead grand slam in this game for Philadelphia in that frame as Philly takes it 8-7 over the Dodgers. So LA's first 2 losses of the season coming against Philly. Other finals around the sport, Detroit has a walk-off win over the White Sox 4-3. Spencer Torkelson with a walk-off 2-run double in that game. Washington, a 5-4 winner over Arizona. Milwaukee beats Cincinnati by a score of 8-2. Jackson Chourio hit a 3-run home run in this one as part of a 5-run 4th inning for the Brew Crew. Houston, a 9-7 winner over Minnesota. Yordan Alvarez hit a home run in the 9th inning to tie this game. And then Jose Altuve drove in the go-ahead run in the 10th inning on an RBI single. San Diego, a 8-7 winner over the Chicago Cubs. Padres now are 8-2 to begin this season. Colorado, a 12-5 winner over Oakland. The Angels end up beating the Cleveland Guardians by a score of 6-2. And how about the Angels, a team that you thought would be not very good this year? And again, it's only 9 games in, but they have started the season well, going 6-3. Guardians, a team that made it to the ALCS last year, just 3-6. Other game I did not get to is the Giants versus the Mariners, and San Francisco, a 5-4 winner in this one. How about the NL West? You got the Dodgers. You have the Padres. Both teams off to awesome starts this year. The Dodgers 9-2, the Padres 8-2. Giants right with them, though, at 8-1 to begin 2025. Here's the lock of the game presented by Interlock Roofing. Never re-roof again. NewEnglandMetalRoofing.com. I am 4-2 on these to start the season. That doesn't mean a whole lot, and especially because it's so early. That record has a chance to dip as we go along. I'm gonna hedge my bet here on this team and say the lock of the game is that they're going to sweep this series. Yes, they have a rookie on the mound in Hunter Dobbins making his major league debut. Yes, they had to pull this one out of the hat in Game 1, winning it in walk-off fashion with Wilyer Abreu's a walk-off single, but getting 2 in the 9th inning against arguably the best relief pitcher in the sport. You know what, though? I'm feeling good about this team. They've won 4 in a row. This offense, which had chances earlier in the game, in Game 1, didn't capitalize, also ran into some outs on the base paths. I think that they're going to deliver for the home fans and complete this sweep and really kick off and set the tone for this team at home here in 2025. We have talked about it a lot on the pregame show. The struggles for this club at home. Last 6 seasons, they've had 4 losing seasons at home. I think that's going to change this year. My lock of the game is they're going to win this one and sweep the Cardinals. You've been listening to the Mass Mutual pregame show. Talk to Mass Mutual today. Feel comfortable about tomorrow. Want to thank Zach Coe. Great work back at the flagship WEI. Hang tight. Red Sox versus Cardinals. First pitch coming up at 7:10. Will Fleming, Will Middlebrooks on the call. You can hear all of that coming up next on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Network.
You've been listening to the Mass Mutual pregame show. Mass Mutual, insurance, planning, investments. The Red Sox are coming up next on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Head to Gillette Stadium for the New England Revolution versus New York City FC on Saturday, April 19th at 7:30 and celebrate the 30-year anniversary of the first ever home match.
This place a rock.
Commemorative ticket giveaway will be available at all gates to celebrate this historic match and 30 seasons of New England Revolution soccer while supplies last April 19th. Get your tickets at revolutionsoccer.net. That's revolutionsoccer.net.
Lowe sabe cómo darle nueva vida a tu jardín. Por eso, durante la fiesta de primavera, te traemos Mulch Week con ahorros imperdibles. Obtén 5 bolsas de mulch de color Premium Stay Green de 2 pies cúbicos por solo $10. Además, los miembros ganan 5 veces más puntos en compras de mulch selectos. Lowe's, nosotros ayudamos, tú ahorras. Válido hasta 4/9. Programa de lealtad sujeto a términos y condiciones. Puntos otorgados en compras elegibles. Detalles en Lowe's.com/terms. Sujeto a cambios. Excluye Alaska y Hawaii.
Unparalleled performance, innovative technology, premium aesthetics. TimberTech Decking at Riverhead Building Supply brings you all that and more. TimberTech endures year after year without fading, staining, or rotting. Learn more at rbscorp.com.
Next-level pet people give their dogs next-level protection from parasites with Nextguard Plus, afoxolaner, moxidectin, and pyrantel chewable tablets. The one-and-done monthly treatment protects against fleas, ticks, heartworm disease, roundworms, and hookworms. Nextguard Plus comes in a tasty beef-flavored chew, so you don't have to use next-level tricks to get your dog to take it. Use with caution in dogs with a history of seizures or neurologic disorders. Dogs should be tested for existing heartworm infection prior to starting a preventative. Talk to your vet about Nextguard Plus for next-level protection for your dog.
Thanks for calling Discover. This is Nia.
Hi, Nia. It's Jennifer. Did you know that Discover automatically doubles all the cash back you've earned at the end of your first year?
Yeah, I work here.
Okay. I was just double checking. Get it?
Because Discover automatically doubles all the cash back you've earned at the end of your first year?
Oh, you get me, Nia.
You could say that I double get you.
I guess we've taken it too far.
You earn, we match. Discover Cashback Match. See terms at discover.com/creditcard.
Amazon has everything for every kind of birthday. Whether that's a 3-tier cake stand,
Happy birthday!
comet balloons for your son's space-themed party, or gifts like a karaoke machine for that friend who never stops singing.
Happy birthday to you.
From cake stands to karaoke machines, shop everything for every party on Amazon.
Sometimes it feels like the world is moving at hyperspeed and you can't keep up because it's one thing then another. And don't forget the meeting and the yoga class and the dinner reservation. But then you get into the all-new Nissan Murano and you feel the breeze from the panoramic moonroof while the massaging seats melt away the tension of the day. And you realize that sometimes the greatest rush is not rushing at all. Shop the all-new Murano at nissanusa.com. Panoramic moonroof massaging leather appointed seats are available features.
Mom, can you tell me a story? Once upon a time, there was born a real estate brokerage that was also a magical app. They called it Redfin, and they're on a mission to get people the fairest deal of them all. With listing fees as low as 1%, Redfin agents charge half of what others often charge, so you have more money to put toward your dream home. Could it be a gingerbread house? If the witch wants to sell.
Download the Redfin app to get started. Fees subject to terms and minimums. Equal housing opportunity. CADRE number 01521930.
Do you suffer from projectile dysfunction? That's when there's something stuck in your drains and pipes causing a backup. It can happen to the best of us. And Drains by James can get you unclogged and feeling free again. Projectile dysfunction can be serious if not treated right away. It will impact things at home, and you'll wonder why you didn't take care of it sooner. Go to drainsbyjames.com. Drains by James. They give a poop about your pipes.
Arbella Insurance has been doing business in the New England community for over 35 years. They're your friends, your neighbors, and fellow Boston fans. They do the wave at the ballpark together and get stuck in the same Sturo Drive traffic. At Arbella, being your neighbor helps them provide you with the coverage you need to drive, live, or run a business in this part of the country we call home. Arbella, here for Boston fans, here for good.
1877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Donate today at carsforkids.org. That's cars with a K. Your car can be picked up as soon as the next day. Receive a tax deduction and vacation voucher.
1877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Now accepting donations of land, homes, buildings, or any kind of real estate.
From the WEEI studios, 93.7 WEEI FM and HD1, Lawrence, Boston. Always live on the free Odyssey app. This is Red Sox baseball.
Can you believe it?
On the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
And the left field, adios. Sale winds, he fires. Swing and a miss, strike three, it's over.
And the Red Sox win on a wall double by Devers.
Jump on his back, fellas. The Red Sox win.
The Red Sox on WEEI are brought to you by Shaws and Star Market, the official supermarket of the Red Sox Radio Network. Subaru of New England. There's a lot to love about the trusted 2025 Subaru Forester. Find yours at SubaruofNewEngland.com.
And Hideo Nomo has pitched a no-hitter.
Mass Mutual, insurance, planning, investments. Nissan. At Nissan, we make cars that thrill. Experience the thrill for yourself today. Shop NissanUSA.com.
And that ball is gone into the front row of the monster seats.
Drains by James, Eastern Mass's choice for drain cleaning and pipelining. Arbella, here for good.
Devers is homered in 5 straight.
Buy Cars for Kids. That's Cars with a K to donate your car today. Ford Trucks, official truck of the Boston Red Sox.
Strike 3, a no-hitter. 23-year-old Clay Buchholz has no-hit the Baltimore Orioles.
Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm. Sponsored by Town Fair Tire. For the best prices on tires, nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
Duran will score.
Dig Safe. Click digsafe.com or call 811 before you dig. Cape Cod Lumber. Find the lumber for your next project. cclco.com.
Way back. Grand slam.
Citgo. Club Citgo can save you money every day. When you start with Citgo, you're good to go. 110 Grill. Gluten-free dining done right. C&S Wholesale Grocers.
It's gone. Into the bullpen.
Brought to you by FindMassMoney.gov. The Department of Veteran Affairs. Hackman Wealth Partners. Boston's premier retirement planning specialist. Herb Chambers. At Herb Chambers, we don't sell cars, we help people buy them. Interlock Metal Roofing. Visit NewEnglandMetalRoofing.com. Never re-roof again.
Swing and a miss. He got him. Battle won by House.
McFarland Energy, the region's most dependable provider of home heating oil delivery, as well as expert HVAC services at McFarlandEnergy.com. Northern Bank, your partner for growth.
Here's the throw. Roberts dives, and he is safe.
And by Verizon Wireless, the network Boston relies on.
Goodbye, Christian Campbell.
Now, with all the play-by-play action, here's Will Fleming and Will Middlebrooks.
On a cool but beautiful Sunday night, we welcome you to Fenway Park for the second time today as the Boston Red Sox, winners of 4 straight, are set to play the finale of this 3-game series with the St. Louis Cardinals. Hunter Dobbins is promoted to the big leagues as the Sox 27th man in this double dip. He'll make his major league debut and start for the Sox against familiar right-handed foe Miles Michaelis. The Sox are on a tear, a walk-off win in Game 1 thanks to 2 runs in the 9th and a wall ball from Wilyer Abreu in the bottom of the 10th. And so Boston comes in a game over 500, 5-4, and in this homestand alone, and in Baltimore, the Sox have made up 3 full games on the New York Yankees. Not that the standings matter
Are you
at this
watching
point
the
of the
standings?
season, but they've been rocketing up the AL East board. Why not?
Hey, it's fun, right?
Pirates handled the Yanks. We'll give you all the scores and get you caught up on everything that happened throughout Big League Baseball today. The Red Sox, a game above 500 and looking for a clean sweep of this 3-game series and their 5th consecutive win. Hunter Dobbins, you can imagine the butterflies in his tummy right now. By the way, that's the voice of Will Middlebrooks. I'm Will Fleming, back in the booth here for the second time. You're supposed to let me introduce you before you speak.
You got my attention with the whole standings talk 9 games into the season, but that's, you know what, that's part of it. I love it.
So Hunter Dobbins walks into the first base dugout. We'll get you the anthem in just a moment, but it's a little different. You've made, obviously, your major league debut, but I think for a starting pitcher, it is so different because you're out there in the bullpen, you feel the energy of this building, you make that long walk, and in a moment he's going to stand alone on the mound at Fenway Park.
Yeah, there's the whole build-up, right? You get out there early before everyone else to warm up. You get your bullpen in with the fans right behind you, as close as they are here at Fenway Park, and then you get to lead the team out. And you probably go out there on the mound, and home plate probably looks like it's 80 feet away, right? Just because you're so just engulfed with what is Fenway Park.
No, he has never stood on a mound and looked up and seen what he is about to see. The umpires march. Red Sox bring their lineup card out in just a moment. But first, the national anthem is brought to you by BuildSubmarines.com, where you'll find stable, sustaining, skilled trades careers, helping bring the next generation of U.S. Navy submarines to life. We build giants because it takes one to build one.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early lights what so proudly we held at the twilight night's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
We have had some national anthems so far in the early part of this season, and the Red Sox just about ready to see Hunter Dobbins take the mound for the first time in a major league uniform. You know his heart is pumping. Speed Report is brought to you by Verizon. Get to your local Verizon store today to check out the latest deals. This kid, Hunter Dobbins, can throw hard, and most scouts say he doesn't have a true put-away pitch, but the fastball can rest pretty comfortably in the mid-90s.
Yeah, so far this season, you've seen him up top at 99. I don't know if we'll get that with a little chill in the air tonight, but he's mid to upper 90s. He's got a sweeper, he's got a curveball, he's got a split. They say he's added what's called a splinker, right? 90 to 93. It's kind of like what Paul Skeens has and Duran from the Twins. It's like a two-seamer essentially with some depth to it.
Well, ESPN just had a shot of him standing next to Christian Campbell, and let's just say he does not know where he is right now. I mean, it is one of those moments that he'll like to remember, but here he comes out of the first base dugout with the juices pumping, wearing number 73. He hops across the first base chalk, followed out there by Bregman, Story, Romy, Duran, Abreu, Campbell, and Cedon Rafaeli. Gets a nice hand as he takes the mound. Will, how about tonight's starting lineups?
It's time for the Morgan & Morgan starting lineups, brought to you by America's largest injury law firm. For the St. Louis Cardinals, Lars Nootbaar playing left field will be leading off, followed by Wilson Contreras at DH. Brendan Donovan playing second base, Nolan Arenado at third, Alec Burleson at first base, followed by Jordan Walker. He'll be in right. Pedro Pajes will be catching, Victor Scott II in center field, and Mason Wynn at short. For the Boston Red Sox, leading off, Jaron Duran in left, Rafael Devers at DH, Alex Bregman at third, followed by Wilyer Abreu in the cleanup spot. He'll be playing right. Trevor Story at short. Christian Campbell back on the dirt in the infield playing second base in Game 2. Romy Gonzalez earned a start in this one. He'll be at first with Tristan Casas having the night off. Carlos Narvaez behind the plate doing the catching, and Cedon Rafaela patrolling center field.
So this is Sunday Night Baseball. It's a national affair. ESPN is here. Christian Campbell in the pregame run-up, interviewed by Carl Ravitch in the Red Sox dugout. Consider the fact that 12 months ago he was in A-ball,
Greenville, South Carolina,
and now he's on ESPN being showcased as one of the bright young stars in the game.
He earned it. What he did last year is that rise through our minor league system. You don't see that unless it's a special kid, and we're seeing it so far at the big league level.
Even the at-bat this afternoon in extra innings was an absolute missile to center field. So, as Will told you, he's at second base, and here is Hunter Dobbins. He's 25 years old, born in Bryan, Texas, which is just a stone's throw from College Station. And full adrenaline, his big league debut about to get underway. He did not have a good start in his first with Worcester this year. The right-hander, big and strong, works on the third base side of the rubber with red sleeves down to a red glove. He's into the wind, and the first pitch of his big league career is just outside 95-mile-an-hour fastball, and we're underway.
So do you remember the reliever for the Red Sox, Alex Wilson?
I do.
That was my teammate when I was here for a couple years. That's Hunter Dobbins' agent.
Wow.
Down in Bryan, Texas. Yep.
He watches Hunter throw the baseball to the dugout as the 1-0 is a strike on the outside corner. All these things happen in your debut. They'll get the first pitch he ever threw, which they just did, to Tommy McLaughlin. And then the first strikeout will also go into the clubhouse. 1-1, the pitch is cued down the third baseline, foul and out of play. So it is 1-2. Carlos Narvaez is a catcher of his big league debut. Looking at ESPN, how about that? Lance and Devra, mom and dad, are here. They had to scramble. The Red Sox made the choice just yesterday with the rain out.
Oh, yeah. The Red Sox always do a good job of flying the family up ASAP.
Raquel Ferreira is so good at that. The 1-2 pitch is chopped on the right side. Campbell's got to race in. He gloves on the run. He throws to first in time. And there's one away. That was not an easy chance. But again, athleticism on display. Great beginning for Dobbins, one away.
Christian Campbell, an athlete wherever you put him. All he had to do was switch his glove, put his second base glove on, and comes in, make it on a tough play. He caught it around the baseline and then throws across his body for the first out.
There's Wilson Contreras, who is so cold to begin this season. Right-handed hitter at 0.63. The pitch is loop foul on the first base side and out of play. He went to Texas Tech, but missed his junior year with Tommy John, and that's the season in which he was drafted in the 8th round by the Red Sox. 25 years old. He was really good in spring training. The 0-1, a little bit outside with a slider. And it is 1-1. Romy at first. Big hit for him in the 9th inning. Earlier today, the 1-1 pitch is in the gap in left center field. Long run back into his right. Sedan cannot get it. It's off the track, and then the Moderna sign. Rafaela plays the carom with a bare hand, throws to Story, but it's a one-out double for Wilson Contreras.
I'd like to say Wilson was due for a hit. It had been a while. And a breaking ball here. Actually, outer third, not a bad spot for that. And Contreras just somehow got around it and hooked it into left center for the double.
So now, right away, Hunter Dobbins deals with a different kind of nerves for the first time. Here's Brendan Donovan, left-handed hitter who homered Friday here. Pitch to him is a strike. 95-mile-an-hour fastball, and it's 0-1. Dobbins, like so many pitchers these days, does not go from the full windup, so stretch is not a radically different thing for him than the wind. Should help him settle in here. 0-1. Here's the pitch, and that is swung on and missed. That was a great curveball. Bottom of the zone, and it's 0-2.
Yeah, and we've seen the slider, we've seen the sinker, which considered a splinker because of the grip on that. And then a mid-90s fastball. He's got to locate against this offense, though.
0-2. The pitch is fouled off on the first base side. You'll love this. He's got a Texas flag on the left thumb of his glove. What are the odds he showed up to the ballpark today in, like, ostrich skin cowboy boots?
Some gator skin boots. I like that big belt buckle.
I love that mom and dad are here. You can only imagine what they're feeling.
A lot of nerves.
0-2. Dobbins throws. And a swing and a line drive down the left field line. Fair ball, and that's going to score a run for St. Louis. It caromed off the wall. Picking it up in left is Duran. He throws to second, but it's not in time. Back-to-back doubles for the Cardinals. And they lead it 1-0.
Yeah, really good piece of hitting right there. The fastball, 96 miles an hour, up and away. Donovan puts a really good swing on it, and that ball hit right on the line. He took it just about out of the catcher's mitt and just kept it fair.
Dobbins has got to be feeling like he hasn't really missed his spots in this inning, but this is the big leagues, and here now, talk about a test. Here's Nolan Arenado. Loves this yard, off to a good start this season. Run in with one out. Dobbins at the belt, throws, and he misses outside with a slider. He came on for Worcester 5 days ago in relief of Lucas Giolito, and he threw 7 straight balls and then found a way to sort of settle in. He was really impressive in Fort Myers. The 1-0 to Arenado is swung on and fouled back. Slider, and it's 1-1.
He's just got to limit damage here. Find a way to get through this first inning, because if he can get through this inning, then go sit down and come back out, he's going to relax. He's going to the nerves will settle down and subside a bit after he can get through this first inning.
1-1 strike. Here's the pitch, and it is just low. That should have been called a strike, but it was not, and it's 2-1.
Sometimes catchers can trick an umpire into thinking it's low. Narvaez really pulled that up a lot when he didn't need to, and it might have told the umpire it was low.
Catchers these days do that all the time. The 2-1 is outside. Years ago, if catchers moved their glove a lot, umpires would say, well, that offends me. That's not going to be a strike. Nowadays, everybody pulls everything to the middle of the zone.
Yeah, if he had just stuck that at the bottom of the zone, probably could have gotten the call.
3 balls and a strike to the dangerous Arenado. Dobbins throws, and a swing and a miss. That was a great fastball, 96 in on the hands. Challenge, and it's 3-2.
Yeah, he went right at him. He did not want to walk him, even with the base open and the numbers and this and that. Look, he's going to go right after these hitters.
Well, you know Andrew Bailey and Alex Cora love that. I mean, you don't want to be tentative, even in your debut. Story way back in the hole at shortstop. Abreu, the hero from game 1, is in right. Cedon in center with Duran in left. 3-2. Pitch is pop foul off the end of the bat. And out of play. Time and temp brought to you by Hatfield Marinated Pork. Elevate your grilling game with Hatfield Marinated Pork tenderloins. You taste victory with every bite. We got started right on time at 7:10. 53 degrees. Downright pleasant compared to yesterday. 1-0 Cardinals. 3-2 to Arenado. Dobbins is ready. He throws, and a swing and a pop foul on the first base side. So he's tripled up on fastballs here, and Arenado hanging around.
You know, I like that the Red Sox brought up a starting pitcher and pushed everyone back a day. Everyone got an extra day of rest now with Fitz going to tomorrow instead of today.
3 balls and 2 strikes. Dad is filming on the cell phone cam from the stands. The 3-2 just outside. The slider. I can't even imagine it. My boys are 6 years old and 3 years old, and I could already just about break down in tears thinking about being in a ballpark, thinking about watching either of them step onto a major league field for the first time.
Well, luckily, Will, I mean, they got your athletic ability, so I don't think you'll probably ever have to worry about that.
We are safe. Maybe I'll be listening to their first game instead.
I don't know. They could go the PGA, though. I've seen that golf swing.
Better than mine. Here's Alec Burleson from the left side. They got him picked off. Can Story get it to third in time? Yes! He goes to Bregman, who lunges to get Donovan. What a play by Hunter Dobbins, and that's the second time today Donovan's made a horrible base running play.
So I don't know if that play was put on by Alex Cora, or if that was Dobbins just seeing the big lead and taking advantage of it. Either way, with the nerves on hand that he's dealing with, for him to spin and make that throw to second base, and then Trevor Story just being the athlete that he is, finishing that play.
So here is Burleson, left-handed hitter. He swings and misses. He's got a good curveball working. And it's 0-1. That should settle the nerves.
It should, absolutely.
And you're right. In your first ever start, it's so easy, one would think, to either spike that thing or airmail it into the outfield.
Right. Phenomenal play.
1-0 Cardinals, but 2 down. 0-1 to Burleson. Pitch, swing and a miss. 2 straight curveballs, not even close there. And it is 0-2. Burleson hitting .304 with 3 driven in. Big, strong lefty, the pitch. Swinging a soft ground ball foul. He tripled up on the curveball, which you just don't often see.
You don't. Give him the heater. Give him the heater, Ricky. Just give him 96, top of the zone.
You can do a much better Lou Brown than that.
Yeah,
0-2.
my voice cracked.
Pitch to Burleson is upcoming. And here it is. The pitch is swung on and missed. He got him. He went 4 straight hooks. Uncle Charlie bails him out. Mom and Dad are thrilled. Mom's wiping away tears, and why not? A run scores, but that's a good job there by Dobbins. 1-0 Cardinals for the Red Sox. When we come back, Duran, Devers, and Bregman on the Shaws and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Canva presents your work horoscope for this week. Deadlines are in retrograde, which we all know can bring some intense energy. Our advice: fend off this forecast with Canva. Like Canva whiteboards to counter creative blocks, and Canva docs for clarity in communications. If you have any sales deals coming through, results will be in your favor with Canva presentations, manifesting many wins for you. It's a great week to love your work at canva.com.
Head to Gillette Stadium for the New England Revolution versus New York City FC on Saturday, April 19th at 7:30 and celebrate the 30-year anniversary of the first ever home match.
This place a rock.
Commemorative ticket giveaway will be available at all gates to celebrate this historic match and 30 seasons of New England Revolution soccer while supplies last April 19th. Get your tickets at revolutionsoccer.net. That's revolutionsoccer.net.
Lowe sabe que los ahorros de fiesta de primavera son aún mejores con los descuentazos solo para miembros de MyLowe's. Lleva 3 plantas de hierbas y vegetales de 19.3 onzas Bunny Plants por $10. Ahorra $50 en la parrilla Char-Broil Performance de 4 quemadores, ahora $149. Lowe's, nosotros ayudamos, tú ahorras. Válido hasta 4/7, excluye Alaska y Hawaii. Selección varía por lugar, sujeto a cambios. Programa sujeto a términos y condiciones. Detalles en Lowe's.com/terms.
Next level pet people give their dogs next level protection from parasites with Nextguard Plus, afoxolaner, moxidectin, and pyrantel chewable tablets. The one and done monthly treatment protects against fleas, ticks, heartworm disease, roundworms, and hookworms. Nextguard Plus comes in a tasty beef flavored chew, so you don't have to use next level tricks to get your dog to take it. Use with caution in dogs with a history of seizures or neurologic disorders. Dogs should be tested for existing heartworm infection prior to starting a preventative. Talk to your vet about Nextguard Plus for next level protection for your dog.
You're listening to the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Jarren Duran leads it off for the Red Sox in the bottom of the first inning. Cardinals get a run against Hunter Dobbins, but he notched his first strikeout as a big leaguer. Brought to you by Weichert Real Estate. And here is Duran. The numbers say he's off to a slow start. The eye test says something different. Here's the pitch to Duran, swinging a foul on the third base side. Rafi Devers is fully back. I mean, he hit a homer earlier today. Now he just came out of the dugout and totally embraced Colin, the guy who often is the sort of ball boy on the Red Sox side. Big part of their clubhouse operation as Duran takes a slider for a ball, and it is 1-1. When Rafi feels good, he plays good.
Need him smiling more.
1-1 to Duran. Miles Michaelis, the pitcher. He swings, does Duran, and fouls it off on the first base side, and it's 1-2. Michaelis has been a dependable starter now for the Cardinals for many years, but he does not usually have good put-away stuff. 9th big league season, 1-2 to Duran. Pitch is low. Change up. 36 years old, spent a ton of time in Japan before coming to the Cardinals in 2018. He had the second worst 2-strike average against in baseball behind only Patrick Corbin last year. He'll get ahead. The 2-2 is fouled off. Talking to Brad Thompson, the great Cardinals television analyst, he said, you'll see him intentionally spike pitches in front of the plate and then be able to dial it right back in and throw strikes.
Just trying to set guys up, change their eye levels. You see a lot of times with eye level change with the guys going up. It's funny that some guys think, all right, this will work if I can throw one below the zone just to change his eye level.
He really is a strike thrower. The 2-2 is in the dirt. That was not an intentional spike. He was trying to land the slider on the back foot, but did not. And it's 3-2. Here we go again with Michaelis.
And you're going to see the kitchen sink, sinker, slider, four-seam, curve, change. He's got it all.
Duran looking to start things with a bang. 3-2. The pitch is swung on and fouled back. He did dial up a 93-mile-an-hour fastball there. Did Michaelis, and we'll do it again. 3-2.
And you'll see that a lot from Red Sox hitters. The approach against Michaelis really will try to work the other way because he throws so much off speed that will keep you on the slower pitches.
3 balls, 2 strikes to Duran, leading off the bottom of the first. Michaelis throws. Duran swings and misses. He chased a ball there. That was a high slider way out of the zone. And so Duran strikes out for the 11th time. He's gone. And here's Devers. Michaelis, a true workhorse for these Cardinals. Last 3 years, 33, 35, 32 starts. He posts. Here's Rafi, who takes a perfect fastball for a strike on the corner, and it's 0-1. How many times have we said it with Devers? One swing unlocks him, and he takes off. 0-1 is a ball that was taken high with a slider. Could have been called a strike, was not, and it's 1-1.
I just know we're going to look back in September. He's going to have 25-plus homers. He's going to have 90 RBIs, and we're going to not even remember that start to this season.
1-1 is drilled high and deep toward the wall. It's going to catch some green above the Mason sign. Good play out there in left for Nootbaar, and Raffy knows this yard plenty well. He holds it first. Look out below. Devers is hot.
I'm telling you, you come home to Fenway Park, you got that big green monster out there. It locks these lefties in if they want to use it. Raffy, we've seen it for years. He can go on a streak where he's not hitting the ball hard. He comes home, gets locked back in, starts firing balls off the monster.
Such a balanced and easy swing for him. Here now, Alex Bregman. Pitch to him is pop foul. He thought about going deep at this ballpark for the first time. He yanks one opposite way out of play, and it's 0-1. I mean, with all the noise around Devers, the switch to DH, the comments that he made, there was reason to think it might be a bigger issue, but he has totally dispelled that this week. 0-1. Bregman waits. Devers at first. 1-0 Cardinals in the first. The pitch. Swinging a ground ball up the middle into center field. That's a base hit. Here come the Red Sox again. Bobbled in center. Raffy will take off. Scott's throw goes to second. Great read by Devers, and they've got him at the corners.
Tell me Raffy's not locked in. Tell me he's not playing hard and all this is bothering him. Yeah, right. He's like, out to a slow start. He got off to an awful start. Who cares? He's locked back in. If he's not paying attention to little things like that, right? He sees the little bobble, takes the extra base. That's how this team can beat you, doing the little things.
Well, and how about locked in? Here's Wilyer Abreu, who won game one with a wall ball. He's the best hitter in baseball right now. Through the first week plus, he is the hottest and best hitter in the sport. Chance to at least tie the game here. The pitch to him is right there. Curveball. How's that for respect? Strike one. So Wilyer leads baseball with a .522 average. He's 12 for his first 23. On base at .645 and slugging a clean 1,000. The 0-1. Swinging a drive into right field. Come on, Wilyer. You can't be serious. A base hit, and we are tied at 1.
You know what? I used to think this was a hard game, but then I watch Wilyer Abreu, and maybe it's not. Maybe he needs a new level. Maybe he'll get called up soon because he is raking here.
It's just a video game for him right now. New dad strength, the twins, along with Wilyer Jr., he's just hitting missiles everywhere. He was a little off balance and still found the barrel.
But with his bat path, he is in the zone for so long where if he's late, he barrels it to left. If he's early, he still hits it hard enough to get it through the infield.
So now thinking crooked number. Here's Story, who pops it foul on the third base side. And out of play, 0-1. Story having a real nice homestand. Average at 250. Couple homers and 4 driven in. The Red Sox asked Wilyer to make some swing adjustments, be a little quicker, more direct. He's also so much leaner, more nimble. 0-1. 2 on, a run in. The pitch. Swinging a little cue shot on the first base side. Michaelis, the pitcher, gloves and underhands to first in time to get Story. Runners do advance to second and third. He was fooled there, a little bit out in front. 2 away for Christian Campbell.
Yeah, slider right there to Trevor. He was all the way out in front of it and just kind of cued it off the cup at the very end of his bat. Hit a little squibber out to the mound.
So here's Campbell. Talk about great starts. I mean, by his standard, he's cooled just a little bit, but still .379 with a couple homers. Chance to drive in 2 here. The pitch is outside. Really nice look at a slider away, and it's 1-0. All of this should settle Hunter Dobbins down. He's in the first base dugout. Love to see him take the mound in the second with a lead. 1-0. The pitch is a strike. The bottom of the zone. Fastball almost had like cutter action on it, and it's 1-1.
Yeah, Michaelis is known for getting around the four-seamer. Kind of like what we saw from Palante in game 1. He gets around it, so it gives it a little bit of cut action.
Campbell's slugging .724. The pitch is outside. Slider. I mean, numbers can be a little inflated to begin the year. We get that. But, I mean, Abreu now above 1,000. And this guy, Campbell, the rookie, in the mid-700s. They've been their best two hitters. 2-1. Second and third, they lead. The pitch is popped on a little looper to second base. Donovan has it. He throws to first in time, and the inning is over. However, Abreu ties it, because of course he did. We go to the second inning, 1-1. Sox and Cards in the Shaws and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Canva presents the killer of productivity. It was an ordinary workday until...
Oh no, this meeting. It could have been an email.
Run. Canva had a creative solve.
Get email. I'll just put the info the team needs in a Canva doc, and I'll make it visual with images, charts, and graphics.
Bring productivity killers to justice with creativity. Love your work at canva.com.
Head to Gillette Stadium for the New England Revolution versus New York City FC on Saturday, April 19th at 7:30 and celebrate the 30-year anniversary of the first ever home match.
This place a rock.
Commemorative ticket giveaway will be available at all gates to celebrate this historic match and 30 seasons of New England Revolution soccer while supplies last April 19th. Get your tickets at revolutionsoccer.net. That's revolutionsoccer.net.
Lowe sabe cómo darle nueva vida a tu jardín. Por eso, durante la fiesta de primavera, te traemos Mulch Week con ahorros imperdibles. Obtén 5 bolsas de mulch de color Premium Stay Green de 2 pies cúbicos por solo $10. Además, los miembros ganan 5 veces más puntos en compras de mulch selectos. Lowe's, nosotros ayudamos, tú ahorras. Válido hasta 4/9. Programa de lealtad sujeto a términos y condiciones. Puntos otorgados en compras elegibles. Detalles en Lowe's.com/terms. Sujeto a cambios. Excluye Alaska y Hawaii.
You're listening to the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Hunter Dobbins, for the second time, takes a major league mound, and Red Sox offense got him the run back, so we're tied at 1. Jordan Walker, Pedro Pajes, and Victor Scott against Dobbins. Jordan Walker's got a lot of Boston ties. Mom and Dad went to MIT and Harvard, respectively. You got to,
Did they really?
The button should be green.
Don't yell
Talk
at me.
into your
Don't
headset.
yell at me. We just started.
Here's Walker. Yes, they did, really.
I love that. I learned that. Thanks.
How about them
Appreciate
apples? Here's Dobbins starting the second. Pitch to Walker is a chopper, high to third. Bregman backpedals, gloves, throws to first. Come on,
smokes.
in time, and there's one away.
That was the furthest thing from a routine play for Alex Bregman at third base. This thing is hit off the ground, takes a huge bounce, which would have landed in the left field grass had Bregman not gone back. But as soon as that hit his glove, he had to get rid of that as fast as possible, and it was on the money to Romy at first.
There's Pedro Pajes, 1-1 in the second. That's the thing about him that's, among many others, defensively so impressive. The transfer, the quickness of the throws, the pitch. Pajes doubled twice. He takes a strike on the inside corner. I don't believe that play is made behind Dobbins in the minor leagues.
No. That's a tough one.
0-1. Grounded foul outside of third. Bregman, I love hearing you talk about the mindset of a third baseman. So that thing is off the trampoline behind him. He backpedals. Is he thinking about footwork and transfer right away?
You're thinking about, I have to get my body in position to throw as soon as that hits my glove, because I can't catch it, gather my feet, and throw. It's almost like I'm turning it a double play. Hits my glove, boom, out to first base, but that's a 130-foot throw.
0-2 to Pajes. He takes a sweeper outside, and it is 1-2. So it's all the footwork and sort of angling of shoulders and hips before the ball gets there.
Yeah, and that's a play you got to practice, because you can't just pull that out of nowhere.
1-2 is swung on and missed. He got him. Dobbins' second big league strikeout. Around the horn it goes. And they're 2 away. The Arbella Insurance Foundation is dedicated to striking out cancer by supporting the Jimmy Fund. For every strikeout from a Red Sox pitcher during this season, Arbella donates $50 to the Jimmy Fund. Here for the Jimmy Fund, and here for good. That's really good. 3 in a row retired for Hunter. And here's Victor Scott. Pitch is up and away. 4-1. Hunter, depending on where you look, is in the 10 to 15 range of Red Sox prospects. He really acquitted himself in spring training. The 1-0 is a beauty. Slider on the outside corner, and it's 1-1. Rudder High School in Texas. His dad pitched for 2 years in the Diamondbacks minor league system. The 1-1 is a sinker for a strike, and it's 1-2. That's why mom is crying and dad is cool as a cucumber.
Yeah, we'll go with that. I'm going to say dad was more nervous.
Because he knows how hard this is. The 1-2 is fouled off. I love very few things in baseball more than a debut. You just have to sit back and think about, and you see mom and dad, all the practices, T-ball, coach pitch, little league, on and on. The 1-2 is down, and in Legion ball, high school, club baseball now, college, minor leagues, all of the struggle and sacrifice everybody makes, and it is a family collective achievement here tonight. 2-2 is swung on and missed. He got him. That one's for the Dobbins family. Beautiful two-seamer. He strikes out 2. Less tears, more smiles for mom now as we go to the bottom of the second. 1-1. Sox and Cards in the Shaws and Star Market. WEEI, Red Sox Radio Network.
Next level pet people give their dogs next level protection from parasites with Nextguard Plus, afoxolaner, moxidectin, and pyrantel chewable tablets. The one and done monthly treatment protects against fleas, ticks, heartworm disease, roundworms, and hookworms. Nextguard Plus comes in a tasty beef flavored chew, so you don't have to use next level tricks to get your dog to take it. Use with caution in dogs with a history of seizures or neurologic disorders. Dogs should be tested for existing heartworm infection prior to starting a preventative. Talk to your vet about Nextguard Plus for next level protection for your dog.
And we're back with Canva Presents Secret Sounds Work Edition. Caller, guess this sound.
It's a mouse click.
So close. That's actually publishing a website with Canva Docs. Next caller.
Definitely a mouse click.
Nice try. It was sorting 100 sticky notes with a Canva whiteboard. We also would have accepted resizing a Canva video into 10 different sizes.
What? No way.
Yes way. One click can go a long way. Love your work at canva.com.
Head to Gillette Stadium for the New England Revolution versus New York City FC on Saturday, April 19th at 7:30 and celebrate the 30-year anniversary of the first ever home match.
This place a rock.
Commemorative ticket giveaway will be available at all gates to celebrate this historic match and 30 seasons of New England Revolution soccer while supplies last April 19th. Get your tickets at revolutionsoccer.net. That's revolutionsoccer.net.
Lowe sabe cómo darle nueva vida a tu jardín. Por eso, durante la fiesta de primavera, te traemos Mulch Week con ahorros imperdibles. Obtén 5 bolsas de mulch de color Premium Stay Green de 2 pies cúbicos por solo $10. Además, los miembros ganan 5 veces más puntos en compras de mulch selectos. Lowe's, nosotros ayudamos. Tú ahorras. Válido hasta 4/9. Programa de lealtad sujeto a términos y condiciones. Puntos otorgados en compras elegibles. Detalles en Lowe's.com/terms. Sujeto a cambios. Excluye Alaska y Hawái.
The Greg Hill Show, weekdays, 5:30 to 10.
Now back to the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Romy Gonzalez lead it off in the bottom of the second inning. So fun to talk to him after a big swing. Got the Red Sox within a run in the 9th inning in Game 1. They'd win it in the 10th inning. He's just a remarkable player, Romy Gonzalez is. He gets a rare start against a righty in Michaelis. Casas gets the night off. The pitch to Romy is a strike on the inside corner. Alex Cora knows that you just got to manage workload across the season. So, I mean, theoretically, this is a good matchup for Casas, but don't want him on his feet for 5 hours. The 0-1 inside to Romy, and it's 1-1.
I really thought that got his elbow, but he pulled out of the way and his elbow guard came off, but I thought the ball got a piece of him.
1-1. The pitch is on the ground into right field. Another hit.
Shocking.
Sure. He's now 5 for 7 to start the year.
And 3 for 3 today.
Amazing. Only guy having a better day is you. Here comes
That's a fact.
Carlos Narvaez. You get to call 2 big league ball games, spend time with Tom Caron and Jim Rice, and your wife's in town. What more do you need?
What? Hashtag winning.
No doubt about that. Light rain has begun to fall at Fenway Park. Hashtag losing. Here's Narvaez. Michaelis is ready. He throws, and Carlos takes a strike on the inside corner. This dude's had a great start to the season. He's 4 for his first 10. He's also walked 3 times and driven in 3. The Red Sox don't hit and run anymore, but this is a good combo if they ever would. 0-1. The pitch is a high fly foul down the right field line. Out of play, and it is 0-2. That Story Refsnyder combo earlier today, I really don't think that was technically a hit and run, but it's so effective when you get the runners going and a guy can handle the bat the other way.
Absolutely, especially when they move the second baseman like we see right now up the middle where the right side is open because the first baseman is holding on the runner. It is wide open and just begging you to hit it over there.
1-2 to Narvaez. Michaelis sets, he throws, and Carlos drives one high and deep down the left field line, headed back at the track, and it's off the wall. Great read by Romy. He's around second, into third with a head-first dive. Si se puede. Carlos goes off the green, and the Red Sox have him at second and third.
There's so much I love about this. Obviously the contact and hitting a line drive off the wall, but Romy, knowing the stadium, never once did he slow down. He knew this ball was getting to the wall. He was not watching the outfielder. He saw the flight of the baseball. And then Narvaez, as he saw the throw go to third base, he moved up an extra 90 and took second. Great base running.
So here's Cedon. He's in need of a knock, but the Cardinals will let him drive in a run without a hit here. They're back up the middle. Pitch to Cedon is fouled off in swing mode early, and it's 0-1. You know, it's the crowd, it's the environment, but it is the, as many have said, the irregularities of this yard that can be such an advantage for the Red Sox.
Yes.
They've done it in this series against the Cards. The 0-1 swing and another foul. And again, 0-2 to Cedon. We heard Fred Lynn telling us about the depth of the warning track.
Yes.
We've seen Cardinal players misread balls as hitters and fielders off the monster.
The warning track here is about 5 feet bigger, maybe even more in some places than most stadiums.
0-2 to Cedon. The pitch is outside, a sweeper. Now, early on in this game, Will, we have seen that the book on Michaelis is real. He gets in these 2 strike counts and does not always put hitters away.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't necessarily have the great put away stuff, not super sharp, but he can locate.
1-2 to Cedon. Second and third, nobody out. The pitch is not close, and that's a bad sinker. Easy take for Rafaela, and it's 2-2. So much more patient in spring training with Cedon. That has not carried over yet to the regular year. 2-2. Michael is shaking off. Now he says yes. Here's the pitch. Cedon swings and fouls it off. I think essentially he's the only guy left that you would say, man, he could use a hit. Three for his first 26. Romy at third. Narvaez at second. 2-2. Here's the pitch. Cedon takes a ball spiked in front of the plate. That's a good stop there by Pages to save a run.
Good job by Cedon working this count full after falling in 2-0 or 0-2, excuse me.
1-1 in the second. 3-2 to Rafaela. Michaelis is ready. He throws, and Cedon swings and pops it foul on the first base side. When in a slump, can a battling at bat, even like this, get you on the right track?
If it ends in a hard hit ball, yeah, of course. But you can battle, and still not come out with any results. A lot of times it's results that get you out.
3-2. Pitch is lined into right field. There's a hard hit into the outfield. That's a base hit. Romy scores. Narvaez held at third. The Red Sox are rolling again. It's 2-1.
Look, we knew from the day spring training started, when this roster was put together and you start looking at lineup combinations, you know they're going to score runs. This team can hit up and down the lineup. You just got to get guys like Rafaela going. That was a great adjustment within the at-bat to stop pulling off balls and use the right side. Great job by Cedon.
Well, that was a good pitch. I mean, that was at the knees on the outside corner. He just went with it.
So many times with 2 strikes, you've seen that over the last 2 years with Cedon going down and being a good bad ball hitter with 2 strikes.
Here is Duran trying to blow the lid off Fenway Park. Pitch is outside. Fastball, and it's 1-0. It's not totally full tonight, which is unusual for Sunday Night Baseball. I think the forecast, the uncertainty have a lot to do with that.
So, Michaelis, I want you to watch. Sadon can get a bag here. Michaelis can be slow at times when he goes into a leg lift.
Not going here. The 1-0 is a ball, and now it's 2-0. When the count gets advantageous for the hitter, though, sort of less likely to run, right?
Of course, because if he goes and Durant sees it, he's going to take a cookie down the middle if he sees him on the run, because you don't want to hit into a double play.
Sox have the lead. Still nobody out with runners at the corners. Here's the pitch, and it is outside. Slider that missed, and it's 3-0.
Yeah, Pajes did his best to try to pull that into the zone and get the call. Andy Fletcher didn't even flinch back there.
Well, Duran's one of the Red Sox best players, but with the suddenly hot Devers on deck, Jaron will be patient here. 3-0. The pitch is taken all the way, and it's 3-1. You really want Sadon to take off.
I do, but not, I mean, at this point, no. You can surprise some guys 3-0 because no one's expecting you to go, but here at 3-1, yeah, let's just let him hit.
First and third, they lead. 3-1 pitch is popped up on the left side of the infield. Backing up Arenado. He's got the ski mask on. He's there to make the play, and Duran is gone for out number 1. And here now, Raffy. I'm sure these fans will greet him with a very nice hand, as they have all weekend long. It's amazing how different everything feels when Raffy is rolling.
Absolutely. He's the engine of this offense.
Even when he's on deck, you know he's a factor. Throw over to first. Sadon diving back in. Devers has got either the hood or the turtleneck on underneath his white jersey. First and third, one out. The Red Sox have taken a 2-1 lead, but thinking much more here. The pitch is drilled high and foul down the left field line. Out of play for strike 1. I didn't get the exit velocity on that shot to left field his first time, but I have a feeling.
I believe it was 109.
Yeah, it's
109.
Raffy territory.
Yeah, it was a bullet.
0-1. Michaelis throws, and Raffy takes inside. That's a really good look at a slider inside, and it's 1-1.
Yeah, he's been so good at the plate with his plate discipline. Now, when he had all the swing and miss going on, there were pitches in the zone. He was hardly chasing at all.
He's got all the good mojo going right now. The body actions in the batter's box better. Another good take on a changeup outside 2-1. He can tell you by the way he stands in a batter's box how he feels.
Absolutely. You just see the pitches he's taken and how balanced his body is. He doesn't look rushed like he did the first couple series.
2-1. Hitters count for Devers. Here's the pitch. He swings and misses. Wow. 93-mile-an-hour fastball. Good pitch to hit, and it's 2-2.
But now when he swings and misses, it's like, oh, I almost killed you there. Not like, oh, here we go again, which we saw in his facial expressions.
Yeah, he's right on time. 2-2. At the corners with one out. The pitch is inside. How many full counts has Devers worked in the last 8 days?
Feels like it's every at bat.
Including the ninth inning walk earlier today that tied the game with the bases loaded. And now Devers is going to ask for time. Sort of a coin flip as to whether you'd put Sadon in motion here. One out, first and third.
I like him on the move here.
Devers waits. He goes. The pitch is a ball inside. The throw goes down to second. It won't matter. And the bases will be loaded on another Devers walk. I thought that looked like a good pitch. Thought he was going to get rung up. But Devers is a walk machine lately. That's his 9th walk in the Red Sox 10th game.
Yeah, another great at bat by Raffy. Just balanced the attack.
He got lucky there, I think, on that call.
Yeah, you know, honestly, it looked like it just caught the corner, but so many times does a catcher come up to throw and block the vision of the home plate umpire. So I think maybe Andy Fletcher didn't get a good look at that because of the catcher coming up to throw out Sadon.
And maybe another reason to send the runner from first.
100%.
He did take off. That was going to be a bang-bang play at second. So think about that. I mean, earlier today, a ball bounces over the right field wall, saves the Red Sox a run. A couple base running blunders for the Cardinals. Here in this situation, what could have been a strike amount throw him out. Instead is a walk, and the bases are loaded with one out for Bregman.
God loves the Sox.
Bregman into the right-handed batter's box. The pitch is down and away, a slider, and it is 1-0. Michaelis has thrown 47 pitches.
You love that.
Their bullpen is thin. We're just in the second inning.
Yeah, the Sox could use Dobbins going 6 innings. Let's be honest.
Easier to do that with a big lead. They can do that right here. 2-1 for now. Loaded up. The pitch is drilled high and deep into left field. That's way back. It's going to catch some green. One run scores behind Narvaez. Is Rafaela. Bregman loves Fenway. It's a 2-run double, and the Sox lead 4-1.
You know, we talked about it all spring training. He's built for Fenway. We saw it in Houston with the short porch there. His swing's built for, yeah, well, we're getting to see it in person now. And I tell you what, he is going to put a lot of dents in that green wall in left.
And now the Red Sox have the best hitter on planet Earth at the plate in Wilyer Abreu. They've got a 4-1 lead. Still only one out, second and third. The Cardinals will play back on the right side of the infield. That's a little surprising. Here's the pitch, and it is outside for a ball. So maybe a little break on the ball call to Devers, and the Sox immediately cash it in. One 1-0 to Wilyer. Pitch is fouled off. Oof. Slider that was right there. He is now 13 for his first 24. 10 driven in. 8 walks. 542 batting average.
Decent.
1-1. Raffy at third, Bregman at second. The pitch. Swinging a shot into the gap in left center field. You cannot be serious. Devers scores. Bregman behind him. Wilyer, Babe Ruth, Abreu does it again, and it's 6-1 Red Sox.
Absolutely absurd, Willie. This is insane. What he's doing right now is just, it's not real. This doesn't happen in this long of a stretch. Of everything he swings at is a barrel, and it's finding green, but it's off speed, it's fastballs, it's in, out, up, down, doesn't matter. Willie is locked in.
2 for 2 with 3 driven in, and the Red Sox just keep on rolling. This is the offense Alex Cora and Craig Breslow dreamed of breaking camp. Here's Trevor Story, who hit one back to the pitcher his first time. Wilyer Abreu is just unconscious. Michaelis throws, and he throws a strike on the inside corner. I guess we all should try to have twins.
I'm good on that. I'm good. I'm good on that.
Ever since, he's been just unreal. 0-1. The pitch is inside. We've been sort of teasing a little bit of this Netflix stuff that's coming out on Tuesday, and Abreu is prominently featured in that show. And there are some wonderful moments in it, both personally and professionally, that I think are going to even further endear fans to him. 1-1 is a ground ball on the right side. The second baseman, Donovan, has it. He throws to first in time. And Story is the second out of the inning. On the play, Abreu is over to third. I was talking to Romy Gonzalez about Abreu after the game, and he said, it's not just the player, it's the man. We all love everything about him.
Right. So true.
So now a runner at third. 5 in, 2 down. Here's Campbell. The pitch to him is a curveball that misses up and in for ball 1. Christian grounded out to second his first time. 6-1 Red Sox. The 1-0 pitch is low, but called a strike. That's a bad miss by Andy Fletcher. And it's 1-1.
Yeah, Christian Campbell shaking his head. No. I know that wasn't a strike. But you had to turn the page. Get ready for the next one.
Abreu at third. The 1-1 is also called a strike. That was at the bottom of the zone. Doubled up on the slider, and it's 1-2. That's not what the offense is doing. I would say Fenway's a little bit subdued compared to what it normally is. on a Sunday night. But it's been a long day. I think a lot of these fans doubled up. 1-2, the pitch is outside.
Yeah,
Sweeper 2-2.
The weather obviously playing a big factor in that. Got the wave making its way around.
A little early for that.
A little early, but hey, I'm
Red
with it.
Sox have batted around and scored 5 runs. Here's the pitch. Christian fouls it off. You keep saying this, and I think you're right. As the year and the month go on, he's going to see a lot of that stuff in.
Yeah, he hasn't had a ton of success on pitches inner third to off the plate in, like the chalk line of the batter's box. He's had a little bit of trouble with.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 down. The pitch is fouled. That was again in on the hands, but he hangs in there.
He does such a good job of using the whole field, and when he gets extended, he really does some big time damage. But pitchers are starting to realize maybe I can get in on those hands a little bit. He's going to have to make an adjustment.
2-2. Here's the pitch. Campbell takes a pitch outside. Slider away, and it's 3-2. 3 straight hits to begin this inning, including a run-scoring knock for Rafaela. And a 2-run shot for Bregman off the wall. The same for Abreu. The 3-2 high pop-up into shallow right center field. Scott was playing really deep, but he comes in. He's able to get there and make the play. The inning is over. The Red Sox bat around. They score 5 in the second. After 2 at Fenway, 6-1 Sox on the Shaw's and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Canva presents the killer of productivity. It was an ordinary workday until...
Oh no, this meeting. It could have been an email.
Run.
Canva had a creative solve.
Forget email. I'll just put the info the team needs in a Canva doc, and I'll make it visual with images, charts, and graphics.
Bring productivity killers to justice with creativity. Love your work at canva.com.
Head to Gillette Stadium for the New England Revolution versus New York City FC on Saturday, April 19th at 7:30 and celebrate the 30-year anniversary of the first ever home match.
This place a rock.
Commemorative ticket giveaway will be available at all gates to celebrate this historic match and 30 seasons of New England Revolution soccer while supplies last April 19th. Get your tickets at revolutionsoccer.net. That's revolutionsoccer.net.
Lowe sabe que los ahorros de fiesta de primavera son aún mejores con los descuentazos solo para miembros de MyLowe's. Lleva 10 plantas de hierbas y vegetales de 19.3 onzas Bunny Plants por $10. Ahorra $50 en la parrilla Char-Broil Performance de 4 quemadores, ahora $149. Lowe's, nosotros ayudamos, tú ahorras. Válido hasta 4/7, excluye Alaska y Hawaii. Selección varía por lugar, sujeto a cambios. Programa sujeto a términos y condiciones. Detalles en Lowe's.com/terms.
You're listening to live play-by-play action of the Boston Red Sox on the Shaw's and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Well, Hunter Dobbins will breathe a little easier as we go to the third inning. 6-1 Red Sox. You'll see Mason win, then Lars Nootbaar and Wilson Contreras. For the love of a mouth-watering tender roast, hurry to Shaw's and Star Market right now. Beef eye round roast. Bottom round roast is just $3.97 a pound when you use the digital coupon. Here's Wynn, right-handed hitter, had a good game 1 of this double dip. Dobbins throws, and he almost hits him with a fastball up and in. I guess for a young pitcher like Dobbins, it might be a little bit of a double-edged sword because, sure, you'd like a big lead, maybe breathe a little easier, but you certainly don't want to step off the gas. 1-0 pitch is a little bit outside, ball 2.
Yeah, I think it's a good thing for him, honestly. Lets him settle in a little bit, knows he doesn't have to be perfect, and he can just get to work.
2-0 is a strike on the inside corner. This came into vogue about 3 years ago. Dobbins has that very simple delivery. It's a modified stretch position. 2-1 is fouled down the right field line, out of play. The traditional windup position, the pitcher starts on the rubber with his toes pointed to the plate and steps straight back, slides the foot onto the rubber, sometimes overhead wind, whatever, a lot of moving parts. Nowadays, guys start like they kind of are in the stretch, but they can still take a step towards first or back before coming home. He does that. The 2-2 is fouled on the third base side.
Yeah, it saves energy. It's less movement. And what these guys always want to do is repeat their delivery. And it's super easy to repeat what he's doing because there's not a lot of movement going on.
It's like your 4-iron off the tee of a par 3.
It's a 3-iron, but yeah.
Very annoying how much you repeat that. The 2-2 low and outside. Slider 3-2.
We've yet to play golf together.
Yeah, that'll change soon.
I hope so. I mean, good luck taking your clubs on the road, but maybe here in Boston.
3-2 to lead off the third. The pitch drilled into center field, but right at Sadon. Skates in, he makes the play, and there's one away. That's a little thing, but it's exactly the right thing from Dobbins. 5-run lead, 3-2 count. You got a challenge.
Challenge, right? You got this big lead. The last thing you want to do is walk, guys. Just let your defense go to work because you got some really athletic defenders behind you.
So back to the top of the order with Lars Nootbaar. We'll get you caught up on the Subaru of New England's scoreboard. Bregman in at third. The pitch is a little outside. How about that? With Bregman at third, I mean, Nootbaar in a 5-run lead. I guess the spray chart just says if he hits it to Bregman, that's the right place to be.
I think this early in the game,
there's a ball inside.
Bunts aren't off the table. I mean, you're looking at third inning, right? There's so much baseball left to play. You can't just give him a free hit.
Nootbaar grounded to second his first time. The 2-0 is a strike on the outside corner. Dobbins made good pitches in the first inning, including one to Nootbaar in a 3-2 count. And then after back-to-back doubles scored a run, huge strikeout of Burleson. Here's a little looper toward short. Trevor can't get it. It's on a hop into left field. And a one-out hit for Lars Nootbaar. He's got to be on the all-MLB name team, doesn't he?
Oh, absolutely.
Now, how about that sign right there?
Lars Nootbaar is wicked smart.
LAHSNOOTBAH is wicked smart.
Did I say that correctly?
Yeah, sort of.
You're from D.C., whatever.
Exactly. I'm not the arbiter here.
Whatever.
Don't do that again. Here's Wilson Contreras, right-handed hitter. Double play depth behind Dobbins and a slider on the corner. Strike one. I love that. Lars Nootbaar is wicked smart.
That's a good Boston name, just like Walker Buehler.
It is. 0-1. So is Hunt to Dobbins. The pitch is a ground ball on the right side into the outfield. That's a base hit. Rounding second, heading for third is Nootbaar. And the throw is there in time! Are you serious? The Willier Abreu show continues. An absolute howitzer, and they're 2 away.
How do I get a velo check on that absolute hose job from right field? My goodness, Willier. Can you just, for a second, pretend to be human? This is getting crazy.
The back angle of that throw is spectacular. It had to be perfect and was. He hit the glove.
When he came up throwing, I was like, oh, just hit your cutoff, man. There's no chance. But it was 100 out of his hand.
That's a man who's feeling it. Here's Brendan Donovan, a pitch down and in. Curveball, and it's 1-0.
I can't get over that.
It's hard to throw a ball from the outfield any better than that.
Well, his offense is overshadowing how good of a defender he is right now.
Well, he did win the Gold Glove. But you're right, it's secondary right now. The 1-0 is ripped toward Willier again in right field. That's down for a base hit. I believe that Contreras will stop. And listen to the fans. They're hoping he rounded second.
As soon as that ball went to right field, Contreras was jogging to second. He had zero plans of trying to go first to third. He doesn't move well anyways.
That is just awesome from Abreu. He was on the ground for a long time, which is why Nootbaar felt comfortable going to third. And it's one of those where it has to be a perfect throw to get there, and it absolutely was. It didn't touch the ground. It was a 99-mile-an-hour fastball belt high.
I mean, that would have went right through Trevor Story's forehead had he not gotten out of the way.
Amazing. Here's Arenado, who's got a chance to make this a game again. The pitch is swung on and missed. That was an uncomfortable hack. 94 miles an hour, and it's 0-1. As much fun as we're having, this is a key spot for Hunter Dobbins because Arenado could get St. Louis right back in this thing with one swing. 6-1 the score. The pitch is a soft ground ball to first. Romy has got it. He steps on the first base bag, and the inning is over. Wilyer Abreu is an extraterrestrial right now. We go to the bottom of the third inning, 6-1 Sox on the Shaws and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Canva presents the killer of productivity. It was an ordinary workday until...
Oh no, this meeting. It could have been an email.
Run. Canva had a creative solve.
Forget email. I'll just put the info the team needs in a Canva doc, and I'll make it visual with images, charts, and graphics.
Bring productivity killers to justice with creativity. Love your work at canva.com.
Head to Gillette Stadium for the New England Revolution versus New York City FC on Saturday, April 19th at 7:30 and celebrate the 30-year anniversary of the first ever home match.
This place a rock.
Commemorative ticket giveaway will be available at all gates to celebrate this historic match and 30 seasons of New England Revolution soccer while supplies last April 19th. Get your tickets at revolutionsoccer.net. That's revolutionsoccer.net.
What if you could hear your favorite song for the first time again? Introducing the all-new, reimagined Nissan Kicks. With an available Bose Personal Plus sound system that uses speakers in the headrest to create a 360-degree listening experience. You've never heard anything like this. Reimagine your music and your drive. Experience the all-new, reimagined Nissan Kicks for yourself at nissanusa.com today.
Available feature. Bose is a registered trademark of the Bose Corporation.
Lowe sabe cómo darle nueva vida a tu jardín. Por eso, durante la fiesta de primavera, te traemos Mulch Week con ahorros imperdibles. Obtén 5 bolsas de mulch de color Premium Stay Green de 2 pies cúbicos por solo $10. Además, los miembros ganan 5 veces más puntos en compras de mulch selectos. Lowe's, nosotros ayudamos, tú ahorras. Válido hasta 4/9. Programa de lealtad sujeto a términos y condiciones. Puntos otorgados en compras elegibles. Detalles en Lowe's.com/terms. Sujeto a cambios. Excluye Alaska y Hawaii.
You're listening to the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Zach Coe back in the flagship studios at WEEI. Bill Fleming, Will Middlebrooks, Griff in the house, in the booth here at Fenway Park. Doug Lane decided to go national on us tonight.
Like what? ESPN rolls in and he's like,
forget about you guys.
See you the other 160 games.
Here we go. The Red Sox and Romy lead it off. 6-1 in the bottom of the third. Miles Michaelis throws and fastball upstairs for ball one. Jordan Walker agreed to be mic'd up before this game. He's probably not that thrilled about it right now, although speaking of Doug Lane money, it does pay pretty well to do that. The 1-0 is fouled back to the screen, and it's 1-1.
Yeah, they get paid real good money to be mic'd up. I'd be asking
in the
for it.
Line.
Hey, would you like to be mic'd up? Yes. Before you finish your sentence, yes.
I'm not playing, but I'm in. 1-1 to Romy. He grounds one up the middle toward the second baseman. Donovan circles around it, throws to first in time. And Romy is retired. So one away for Carlos Narvaez. On the Subaru of New England scoreboard, a little love goes a long way in the 2025 Subaru Forester Hybrid. Learn more at SubaruofNewEngland.com. The Pirates came back and beat the Yankees. 5-4 the score there, walked them off. That was within moments of the Wilyer Abreu wall ball here in the 10th. Here is Carlos Narvaez. Doubled off the monster his first time. The pitch. Swinging a high pop-up into left center field. Nootbaar and Scott come together, and the center fielder, Scott, is there to make the play. And they're 2 away. Giants beat the Mariners 5-4. San Francisco is 8-1 to start the season. Phillies took the series from the Dodgers. 8-7 win there.
Phillies are the real deal. They're very good.
Loaded with star power. A great rotation headlined by Wheeler and Nola.
Just haven't been able to get it done.
It's pretty loaded National League as Cedon is in with a fastball outside cornered for strike one. 8-7 they won today. Nick Castellanos hit a grand slam. 0-1. Cedon takes a strike on a curveball, and it's 0-2. Mets beat the Blue Jays 2-1. Blue Jays will be here tomorrow, and everyone basically, other than the Red Sox in the AL East, A little bit of a losing slide. The 0-2 to Cedon misses outside 1 and 2. The Blue Jays have lost 3 straight. Tampa's lost 4 straight. 1 and 2 to Rafaela. Pitch way outside. Rivalry report sponsored by River Spring Residences, setting a new standard for memory care in New York City. 833-79-RIVER or visit riverspringresidences.org/radio to schedule a tour. The 2-2 rocket foul on the first base side. David Pomerantz is the CEO of River Spring Residences, and he's a massive Sox fan. And he texted me after the wall ball from Abreu, I finally let my family out of the car.
Any relation to Drew?
No. 2-2 is a little blooper into shallow right field. It's in for a base hit. Cedon is 2 for 2. That thing had eyes. And the Red Sox have a 2-out hit. Inning continues for Jarren Duran.
When your season has started as slow as Cedon's has, you'll take them any way you can get them. Nice little soft serve to right.
For as nice a guy as Drew Pomerantz was, David Pomerantz has done more for the Red Sox in his time.
That's fair.
So 6-1 with a runner aboard and 2 down. And all of a sudden, Jarren Duran's got to be sort of thinking, man, I'd like to see a ball land here.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Cedon not going anywhere. The pitch is way high and outside. I do think this is a spot where Rafaela should really be thinking about it. I mean, Jose Flores is on his shoulder. Kyle Hudson giving him some signs. The worst case, I mean, Duran leads off the next inning. 1-0. Pitch is on the ground, foul on the third base side. And out of play, it's 1-1 to Jarren. For about 5 games in a row, Jarren hit, 10 of 15 balls on the screws.
Yeah, right at guys. I mean, he's 2 for his last 20. But I would say 6 or 7 of those are hard hit balls.
1-1. Here's the pitch. And it is foul on the third base side.
I think at this point in his career, Duran fully understands the ebbs and flows of baseball. He's going to be 2 for 20 with some hard hit balls here, but then he may go 10 for 20 with some soft ones that fall down. That's just the game.
1-2 to him here. Third inning brought to you by Citgo. Whether you're crossing the state line or just going cross town, Club Citgo can save you money on every fill up along the way. 1-2 to Cedon. Medium lead at first. He's not going. The pitch is chop foul on the first base side. Again, when this thing comes out on Netflix on Tuesday, Jarren Duran is the central figure in the season-long story. And one thing that fans are going to understand when they watch that is how hard he is on himself.
Right.
I've never been around a ball player who's tougher on himself, even in the midst of an all-star breakout year. 1-2. And Cedon was leaning a little bit. Michaelis throws to first. Rafaela dives back in. But I agree with you that the maturity, seasoning should help him get through a little funk like this. 1-2. Cedon goes. The pitch is low and no chance to get him. Rafaela's got a steal. And the running Red Sox have their 14th steal of the year.
Goodness.
It's number 2 for Cedon. And it's a big play.
They came into today tied with Seattle at 11 at the top of the American League.
So much more athletic as a pitch is in the dirt to Duran. It's 3-2.
Yeah, look, the ability to steal bases and score from first and go first to third just makes you such a threat to defenses.
So much easier to score runs that way. 3-2. Cedon at second. 6-1 Sox in the third. Here's the pitch, and it is on the ground up the middle. Second baseman dives. He can't get it. Hits into the outfield. Duran does find some green. Cedon scores, and it is 7-1 Sox.
Not crushed, but boy, was it needed for Jarren. We just talked about it and told you he struggled to find the grass and find hits. And this one not hit hard, but just up the middle enough for the second baseman laid out, couldn't get to it. RBI knock. Boy, does that feel good.
Well, and now the Cardinals pay a visit to the mound. This is a sight too frequently seen in this series. Dusty Blake, the pitching coach, to the mound. And Miles Michaelis, again, Will, we said it at the top of the show. He does not put enough hitters away with 2 strikes. The Sox have really catched that in.
Yeah, it's a comfortable at bat against him. Number one, he doesn't throw as hard as he used to. And to your point, Will, he just doesn't have nasty stuff once he gets ahead of you. And you can just kind of settle in and foul stuff off until you get something over the plate, and then you can get a knock.
So now, a couple things at work in the same moment. Duran, you have to think he's considering going, but here comes Raffy, who has found himself suddenly red hot. And if I know a thing or two about Devers, he's done a great job being patient. He's walked 9 times. I think this might be a moment where he flips it a little bit and gets aggressive early.
Yeah, this is 7-1 game. I'm staying at first base if I'm Jaron. Let Raffy do some damage.
Pitch is swung on and fouled back. We have been paying attention a little bit. He'd like that pitch back. There's a slider, and it's 0-1.
Unleashed a swing right there.
He is so fun to watch when he's grooved in like this. He's mad at himself, banging his fist on his left thigh. Duran leads at first. 7-1 the score. 0-1 the count, the pitch. Swinging a shot on the ground into right field. That's a base hit. Duran is tearing around second. He'll head for third. For no reason, the throw goes over there. It's another hit for Devers. He's aboard for the 3rd time. Remember Texas?
Nope.
I don't. It's first and third with 2 down, and that's going to do it for Michaelis.
Yeah, you'd love to see that. Raffy's back. He's good. The power surge is coming. It's good to see him getting comfortable in the box and back to who he is.
Well, if you're on the Toronto Blue Jays team plane right now watching this game on ESPN, you're a little concerned about the offense you're going to see starting tomorrow.
Absolutely.
Michaelis done. To the Cardinal bullpen we go. It is 7-1 in the 3rd inning at Fenway Park. And here comes Mr. Brightside back with more rocking and rolling on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
This call to the bullpen gives you a chance to check out all the great Ford SUV offers at buyfordnow.com. You'll find special deals on the award-winning Ford SUV lineup that you won't see advertised anyplace else. Whether you plan to buy from your Ford dealer's inventory or custom order your new SUV, visit buyfordnow.com and see how much you can save. And then see your New England Ford dealers for your new SUV.
Arbella Insurance has been doing business in the New England community for over 35 years. They're your friends, your neighbors, and fellow Boston fans. They do the wave at the ballpark together and get stuck in the same Sturo Drive traffic. At Arbella, being your neighbor helps them provide you with the coverage you need to drive, live, or run a business in this part of the country we call home. Arbella, here for Boston fans, here for good.
Jones and Keefe.
Weekdays 10 to 2.
Now back to the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Fans are having fun here, opening up their eager eyes, and so the Red Sox as they lead 7-1. Chance to be an extremely fun day for the Red Sox as Devers has gotten red hot. Here comes Alex Bregman, the pitcher for the St. Louis Cardinals. He is a right-hander. Gordon Graceffo, Graceffo, at the corners for Breggy. Pitch up and in, a fastball, and it is 1-0.
Well, if you're curious, Graceffo's got a 4-seam, a change, a slider, and a curveball.
I botched his pronunciation. Apologies to the Graceffo family. As Bregman takes a pitch he didn't think it was a strike, but called one, and it's 1-1.
So last time I trust your pronunciation.
Sometimes you just reach and miss.
Graceffo. It's very north end.
7-1. Sox. The pitch is a strike, meaning like he's got a good bolognese on the menu.
Oh, yeah. Carbonara. Ooh.
Where's the place you go that you know the owner and chef and you get the little private table there?
Private table? Well, it's a place called Table, but it's not a private table.
All right. You deserve everything you've gotten. 1-2 to Bregman. Pitch is in the dirty. Spiked a curveball there. And a 2-2.
Yeah, it's family style. It's like a big long table. Gin Royal. Remember Gin Royal?
I do.
Yeah, it's her place. It's great food. The prefix menu. They pair the wines with it.
She's more than welcome to have me anytime. 2-2. 7-1 Sox. Looking to totally explode this thing. Bregman waits. Here's the pitch. And it is high in the air. Into center field. At the track. At the wall. Gone! Bregman hits his first Fenway homer. And it is 10-1 Red Sox.
I don't know what fired me up more. The bullet to center or your call right there. That was sick in so many different ways. We had such a good view of this. Dead center. That is just Alex Bregman as he throws on the Wally head. Let's go. That is so fun. This place is on fire right now.
Just bottle this up and carry it through the season.
Triple away from the cycle.
Wally Bregman is giving high fives in the Red Sox
Wally
dugout.
Backman?
He's not nearly that angry. Here's Wilyer Abreu. He swings and fouls it back, trying to go back-to-back for the second time in this series, and it's 0-1. Wow. And that was to the left of the flagpole there in deep left center field. Absolute bomb.
Just a Breggy bomb.
Not many do that here. He's built for this place.
How about this? First inning single, second inning double, third inning homer. Got a lot of baseball left.
0-1 to Abreu. Here's the pitch. And it is pop foul on the third base side. Abreu, meanwhile, singled in a run in the first, doubled in 2 in the second, hitting .560. Slugging above 1,000. Bregman is all smiles, and so is everybody in that dugout. 0-2. Here's the pitch. And it is a check swing and a breaking ball in the dirt. Do not ring him up. They don't. A curveball, and it's 1-2.
By the way, third inning, Bregman's got 5 steaks right now. 5 ribeyes.
Runs batted
Medium
in.
rare.
Yeah. Lou Merlone, the birthday boy, likes steak rare plus, which basically means you cut it out of the cow and put it on the grill for about 10 seconds.
That's a move.
Hopefully he's having some right now. This is a game he'd love to be at. 10-1 Red Sox in the third. 1-2, the pitch. Abreu takes strike 3 call. That was not a strike, but he is rung up. And that's the only way these days to get Abreu out. Through 3, 10-1 Red Sox on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Lowe's knows member-only doorbuster deals make SpringFest savings even better. Right now, rewards members can get 3 19.3-ounce Bonnie Plants vegetables and herbs for just $10. Plus, save $50 on a Charbroil Performance Series 4-burner grill, now $149. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid through 4/7, excludes Alaska and Hawaii. Selection varies by location, subject to change. While supplies last. Program subject to terms and conditions. Details at lowes.com/terms.
Canva presents a work love story like no other. Meet Productivity. She's all business.
The Canva doc is done.
Creativity is more of a free thinker.
Whiteboard brainstorm.
They're worlds apart, but sometimes opposites attract. Thanks to Canva.
The data is in the deck.
And now it's an animated graph.
Canva, where productivity meets creativity. Now showing on computer screens everywhere. Love your work at canva.com.
What would you do if your online store converted 36% more shoppers? You could take 36% more vacation.
Another pina colada? Yes, please.
Open a new retail location with 36% more square feet.
Fantastic.
Hire 36% more help.
You're hired and you're hired.
Shopify has the world's best converting checkout, up to 36% better than other e-commerce platforms. What you do with those extra sales is up to you. Switch to Shopify today at shopify.com/setup and get a $1 trial. Shopify.com/setup.
Hi, this is Alex Bregman. You're listening to the home of the Red Sox, WEEI.
Alex Bregman has set the world on fire here with a 3-run bomb. It's the Bregman Abreu show tonight with a heavy dose of Raffy Devers. And the Sox lead 10-1 after 3 innings.
Tell you what, I can get used to this. This is a lot of fun.
Well, you know, you were part of this organization when this was sort of more the norm. They got on rolls like this. Here's Burleson. Hunter Dobbins, this is the way it should be for a kid making his debut. He misses Lowe with ball 1.
Settle in, kid.
But it's just so fun to do this against a storied franchise like the Cardinals on national TV. The 1-0 is a ball inside. It's 2-0. Everybody had so many good feelings about this team breaking camp, and now they're just really starting to blossom.
Well, what's odd is they went on that 4-game skid after the opening day win, and you're going, what the heck?
2-0 is skied down the left field line. Toward the corner, Duran, does he have room? Yes, but he dropped it. He backpedaled. It's off his glove. It goes high off the wall. Throws to the relay man Story. Into second base is Alec Burleson.
So at Fenway Park, and we talked about this a little earlier on a foul ball, Willie, when balls go up to left field, for some reason, they always come back. That's something Jarren Duran should know. We've seen him play it correctly a lot of times. That one came back really hard. It looked like it was going to be in the stands. Ended up coming back and being about 10 feet fair. He almost jumped and made the play, but that shouldn't fool him at this point.
But it's still such a tough play. Here's Jordan Walker, right-handed hitter. He takes a strike on the outside corner. I would expect, in a lot of ways, I know it's only the 4th inning. I do think you'll see a lot of sort of quick swings from the Cardinals here. I mean, it's 10-1. End of a long day. They're headed to Pittsburgh after this. 0-1 is swung on and missed by Walker, and it's 0-2. Red Sox baseball brought to you by your New England Ford dealers and F-Series. America's best-selling truck for 48 years. The 0-2 just outside with a slider. But this was the expectation every year when you were a part of the Red Sox, and coming off all these last-place finishes. I don't know that liberating is the right word, but it just feels more normal to be back where they are right now. 1-2, the pitch is a little bit outside.
There should always be the expectation to win for the Boston Red Sox. With what they've done over the last 20 years, they should be expected to win and be competitive every year.
Well, they have the roster to do it now. 2-2, the pitch is just outside. A little nibblish from Dobbins, and it's 3-2.
Yeah, looking for some chase once he got ahead with 2 strikes, and Jordan Walker just not biting.
So now 3-2, and he misses inside with ball 4. They rightly scored that a double for Burleson. Now there's Hunter Dobbins' second walk. It's still 10-1. He's still absolutely nervous out of his mind. But you don't want to be walking anybody at this point. And how about this? The Dobbins parents get on ESPN with Buster Olney. Here's the pitch to Pages. Outside, strike, ball 1. And look, as Narvaez visit the mound, on the one hand, I bet you Devra and Lance Dobbins are thinking, how cool is this? We're talking to Buster Olney, our kids on the mound at Fenway Park. I bet Dad's going, leave me alone. I want to watch him pitch.
Right, yeah. 0-2 walk, lock it in, son.
I'd rather talk when the Red Sox are hitting.
You said his dad pitched in the minor leagues,
yeah.
Right? Yeah, so he's pitching right along with him right here.
Still, again, nothing more fun than a good debut. And this Red Sox organization does such a great job of making sure it is easy for these guys and their families, and that everything happens quickly so that you really can have that magic. 1-0. 2 on, none out. 10-1 Sox, the pitch, swing and a miss. A good slider. And it's 1-1. I can't tell you how many times over the last 7 years I've seen things that really, I mean, do kind of bring you to tears after games. When you see fathers and sons embracing in front of the dugout after a debut. Here's a foul on the right side. Look out. Video board. Dinked. And it is 1-2. And again, I mean, the amount of time they've invested in him, the struggles, the doubts, the hopes, it all comes together right here.
Well, you just, you're in Little League, and your parents are, that'd be cool if he was a big leaguer one day, right? He loves the game.
1-2 is just outside. 97 there. And it's 2-2.
Reach back for a little extra right there.
See, now Dad has said enough with Buster. I'm going to go sit somewhere else and watch my son. 2-2. He is swung on and missed. He got him. A sweeper. That is the fourth strikeout for Dobbins. Beautifully done. The fourth inning bell brought to you by Russell Hackman and the team at Hackman Wealth Partners, Boston's premium retirement planning specialist with offices in Boston, Wakefield, Waltham, and Hingham. 1 out, 2 on, 10-1 Red Sox. Mom's now high-fiving fans in the stands. Here's a swing and a miss at a curveball, 0-1, and why not?
Yeah, Mom got a couple of Sam Adams in her. Take the take the edge off with the nerves.
She has earned them.
I love it. I love it.
0-1. Dobbins is ready. He throws. Swinging a soft ground ball on the right side. Dobbins races off the mound. He'll watch Romy barehand flip to him. Did he keep his feet on the bag? He did.
Wow, nice play.
That was really nicely done, especially by Gonzalez. Dobbins did everything he could to get there. Then he let it go under and kept going to the bag. And Gonzalez, beautifully done, 2 away.
So rule of thumb on that play, slow squibber, kind of no man's land between first and the pitcher's mound. It's the pitcher's job to get everything he could possibly get and then run that to first base. He couldn't reach it, but Romy recovered well, and Dobbins keeping that right foot on the base as the toss from Romy was actually behind him.
So here's Mason Wynn. Pitch is a strike, but that's like Grand Central Station at 3 o'clock on a Friday, right? The runner, the pitcher, the baseball all getting there at the same time.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you know that the base runner or the hitter is fast, so you're hauling trying to get over there.
0-1, the pitch is right there. Fastball, 92, and it's 0-2. Fourth inning brought to you by Cars for Kids. Easiest way to get rid of your old car. Donate today, and your car can be picked up tomorrow. Donate now at carsforkids.com. 10-1 Red Sox. The 0-2 is a soft, high chopper toward third. Bregman races in, tries to barehand, but he's got no play. It's an infield hit for Mason Wynn. It'll score a run, and it's 10-2.
Just swing and bunt right there. Absolutely no chance for Bregman to make the play. He does a good job of coming in for the bare hand, and you fake that throw, hoping you can get Jordan Walker rounding third as Trevor Story came in to cover third, trying to get a little back pick, but he didn't bite on that one.
Well, and in fairness to Dobbins, the run scores on what scored a double, but Duran could have easily made that play to begin the inning. So now it's 10-2. And first and third with 2 outs for Lars Nootbaar. He's 1 for 2 tonight. The Red Sox already have 12 hits through 3 innings as Nootbaar takes a strike on the outside corner. Rained out yesterday. Sox had to grind out a win in game 1 here today. Trailed 4-2 going to the 9th as a swing and a miss at a curveball. It's 0-2. Now, precipice of a 3-game sweep.
77-mile-per-hour curveball. That's a 20-mile-per-hour difference from his 4-seamer. 0-2
pitch. Shot into center field. Rafaela back in to his right. He's easily there. Make the play. And the inning is over. We go to the bottom of the 4th. 10-2 Sox. Story, Campbell, and Romy right after this in the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Lowe's knows how to freshen up your yard, and it all starts with mulch. That's why we're introducing Mulch Week during SpringFest with can't-miss savings. Right now, get 5 bags of Stay Green Premium Color 2 cubic foot mulch for only $10. Plus, members earn 5 times the points on select mulch purchases all week long. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid through 4/9. Loyalty program subject to terms and conditions. Points are awarded on eligible purchases. Details at lowes.com/terms. Subject to change. Excludes Alaska and Hawaii.
And we're back with Canva Presents Secret Sounds Work Edition. Caller, guess this sound.
It's a mouse click.
So close. That's actually publishing a website with Canva Docs. Next caller.
Definitely a mouse click.
Nice try. It was sorting 100 sticky notes with a Canva whiteboard. We also would have accepted resizing a Canva video into 10 different sizes.
What? No way.
Yes way. 1 click can go a long way. Love your work at canva.com.
Raising Cane's is celebrating our golden birthday year. Join the party with Golden Chicken Fingers and a limited edition Golden Blush Puppy that benefits local pet organizations. Get yours while supplies last. See RaisingCanes.com for details. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, one love.
Head to Gillette Stadium for the New England Revolution versus New York City FC on Saturday, April 19th at 7:30 and celebrate the 30-year anniversary of the first ever home match.
This place a rock.
Commemorative ticket giveaway will be available at all gates to celebrate this historic match and 30 seasons of New England Revolution soccer while supplies last April 19th. Get your tickets at revolutionsoccer.net. That's revolutionsoccer.net.
The Christian Arcan Show, weekday afternoons starting at 6. Now back to the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Let me go to the bottom of the fourth inning. It is 10-2 Red Sox. And Trevor Story leads it off. He and Christian Campbell got to be going, well, it's time for us to join the party. They're the only two hitters on the club that have not been on base in the first 3 innings.
Well, luckily it's only the fourth, so they have time. 3 more at-bats.
Story's had a really good start to his home year. The pitch to him is on the ground, hard to third. Arenado, wrong place to hit it. He gloves and throws to first in time, and there's 1 away. Those two have such a close relationship. They were in constant communication this offseason, Story and Arenado.
Yeah, Nolan Arenado did everything in his power to be wearing a Red Sox uniform. The Red Sox said, look, hate to tell you, but you're our second choice, right? If we get Alex Bregman, we'll see you in early April.
Sounds like me at the senior prom. Here's Christian Campbell. The pitch to him is ripped into right field. That's a base hit.
That's it.
Jordan Walker will play it on a couple of bounces. The kid keeps going. And the Red Sox have a 1-out hit from KC.
Yeah, you know what? That's a really good adjustment by Christian Campbell because you see him a little off balance, a little in between on pitches the last few at-bats. And you know what? The best way for a hitter to lock back in is just let it get deep and fire it to right field. And that's just a perfect swing.
Well,
right
and he's
there.
got hands that are fast enough to be able to do that.
Absolutely. Lightning quick hands.
Here's Romy. Pitch to him is swung on and missed. Slider, and it's 0-1. So Campbell now 1 for 3 today. Gonzalez single to right and scored in the second, grounded to second in the third. His early season numbers are awesome. Limited action, the 0-1, a little low. He said to me that the way he's able to stay engaged and produce so consistently with no playing time is just to simplify things. 1-1. He does have such a compact swing. The pitch is chopped foul outside of third. Change up, and it's 1-2. So here's from Sarah Langs, who's such a wonderful person and story. In their first 24 career games at Fenway Park, Alex Bregman tied for the second most extra base hits ever with 19. I wouldn't have guessed Travis Hafner had the most.
I wouldn't have either.
Big donkey. The 1-2 is swung on and fouled back. I guess that was Adam Dunn, actually. But still, Hafner, that massive left-handed cut. He probably banged a few off the green.
But he spent so much time in Cleveland, right?
Yeah.
I mean, they only play once a year.
He owned Fenway. Yes.
That's insane, yeah.
1 out, 1 on, 10-2 Red Sox in the fourth. Here's the pitch. Romy takes a little low, curveball 2-2. Last year, Romy and Refsnyder were such good players for the Red Sox, but it is a luxury, and it speaks to a great roster when they don't have to play every day and they still contribute.
Yeah, absolutely.
2-2. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. He got him. Good curveball. And Romy is gone for the second out of the inning. You know, I'm not one for unwritten rules at all. I think they need to go away. 10-2. It's still only the fourth inning. I mean, I think if Campbell has a time on Graceffo, there's absolutely nothing wrong with him going.
There's nothing wrong because they're holding him on. If they're holding you on, you go.
Here's Carlos Narvaez. He's doubled and flied out. He swings and misses at a slider, and it's 0-1.
That was kind of the rule. It's like, yeah, the score is the score, but if they're going to hold me on, then I'll think about going.
I mean, you got a short bullpen, a kid making his major league debut on the mound, and it's the fourth inning. 0-1. Here's the pitch. That's low. Curveball, and it's 1-1.
Yeah, you just can't stop playing the game at this point, and it's the fourth. To your point, play the game. If it's 10-1 in the seventh, it's a little different.
Yeah,
a lot can happen.
Pitch black skies overhead. The Sitco sign illuminated here, Fenway Park. A beautiful sight. 1-1 is a chopper up the middle, right to the second baseman Donovan. He'll beat Campbell to the second base bag, and the inning is over. Well, for the first time tonight, the Red Sox don't score in an inning. Through 4, 10-2 Sox. The Shaws and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Lowe's knows how to freshen up your yard, and it all starts with mulch. That's why we're introducing Mulch Week during SpringFest with can't-miss savings. Right now, get 5 bags of Stay Green Premium Color 2 cubic foot mulch for only $10. Plus, members earn 5 times the points on select mulch purchases all week long. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid through 4/9. Loyalty program subject to terms and conditions. Points are awarded on eligible purchases. Details at lowes.com/terms. Subject to change. Excludes Alaska and Hawaii.
Canva presents a work love story like no other. Meet Productivity. She's all business.
The Canva doc is done.
Creativity is more of a free thinker.
Whiteboard brainstorm.
They're worlds apart, but sometimes opposites attract. Thanks to Canva.
The data is in the deck.
And now it's an animated graph.
Canva, where productivity meets creativity. Now showing on computer screens everywhere. Love your work at canva.com.
We're in Baton Rouge at the original Raising Cane's with the man that started it all.
Wait, are you the Yes Chef guy?
Todd started this place 28 years ago with one goal in mind: making the best chicken fingers in the world. We got their famous box combo, chicken fingers, crinkle cut fries, Texas toast slaw, and their world famous cane sauce. Could shed a tear right now.
Raising Cane's chicken fingers, one love.
Head to Gillette Stadium for the New England Revolution versus New York City FC on Saturday, April 19th at 7:30 and celebrate the 30-year anniversary of the first ever home match.
This place a rock.
Commemorative ticket giveaway will be available at all gates to celebrate this historic match and 30 seasons of New England Revolution soccer while supplies last April 19th. Get your tickets at revolutionsoccer.net. That's revolutionsoccer.net.
You're listening to the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Hunter Dobbins, through 4 innings, has a 10-2 lead. He'll see Contreras, Donovan, and Arenado in the top of the 5th inning. The 110th pitch of this game is brought to you by 110 Grill. Gluten-free dining done right. 110 Grill, proud to be an official partner of the WEEI Red Sox Radio Network. I mean, now, in some ways, the task changes a little bit for Dobbins. He's thrown 73 pitches through 4. What a gift it would be to the whole staff if he could get through this inning and maybe one more as Contreras fouls it off on the right field side.
Yeah, but think at this point in the season, 90's probably his number.
He threw 63 pitches in his last Worcester outing. It is a young arm you want to protect. The 0-1 is fouled down the right field line.
But he's also here to protect the bullpen. He's the extra man added, as you can do in a doubleheader. So 85-90. If he gets a quick one here, he'll go back out.
Well, Alex Cora and Andrew Bailey and Craig Breslow, Justin Willard, the whole pitching world, they're so good at managing these young arms, and that hits him. Fastball up and in to Contreras. That's a no-no. He's plunked to lead off this 5th. We will see Brennan Bernardino. We'll see Zach Kelly. The bullpen's been overworked in this condensed sort of series because of rain.
Maybe even Criswell. How many pitches did he have in Baltimore that last day?
Yeah, and he only had the one out last night.
Right.
Here's the pitch to Donovan. That's low. I mean, it can be a cruel business at times, but there is a real calculus to this thing where it's 10-2 in the 5th inning, and you just need outs.
Well, it's more thinking about tomorrow.
Yeah, 1-0 pitch is down and in. Richard Fitz, we think, is going to start the game for the Red Sox tomorrow.
Yeah, it was nice that they were able to push everyone back a day because they're playing 30 games in 32 days. I believe that's our first Yankees suck chant of the day.
Can just let it rip. Beautiful words. 2-0, the pitch. is a strike on the outside corner. Today they did. They lost to the Pirates 5-4. Sox could be within half a game. To win tonight. Continue the standing
You can't
watch
win the division
AL
in April,
through
but you
10
can
games.
lose it.
You can. And that's why this week has been so important. Here's a foul ball outside of first, and it's 2-2.
I've just been so happy with how this team answered, right? Because you start the season, obviously you win the first game, but then you go on that 4-game skid and you're going, everyone else is panicking. But you walk in that clubhouse, no one is worried whatsoever.
None of that at all. 2-2 to Donovan. Pitch is swung on and missed. Did he get a piece of it? I guess so. A curveball. I think his curveball has been really good tonight.
It has. There's such a big difference in speed between the curveball and the fastball. It really can make that tough on hitters to cover both of them.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Hunter Dobbins is at the belt. He throws, and a little check swing. Line drive, play by Campbell. He caught it on a leap. He dropped the transfer, but more athleticism. There's one away.
The beautiful thing about this is, had he not gotten to that, Trevor Story was waiting right behind him because he was playing up the middle. That's unbelievable athleticism by KC.
Well, we're going to get into that play a little more in just a moment because there's a lot to love about it. Here's Arenado. 10-2 Red Sox with 1 on and 1 out in the 5th inning. Here's the pitch, and it is inside. So the Red Sox infield defense has been so much better. The controversy around Bregman playing third, Raffy DHing. Well, Bregman just did something right there that shows you why he's so heady and the Gold Glove winner. The 1-0 pitch is up the middle and into center field. That's a base hit. Arenado is aboard, and the Cardinals have 2 runners on with 1 out. So as Campbell goes to his right, leaps to try to make the play, Story backs it up. And Bregman, sensing the play, knows that if it gets over Campbell and to Story, they might get a double play if Bregman covers the bag, and he was racing over to second.
Yeah, and the ball did come out on the transfer from KC, and he made sure, hey, Christian, flip me the ball. I'm going to touch second just in case. Smart ball player.
Here's Alec Burleson, 10-2 Red Sox. Pitch is a strike on the outside corner. I mean, it's baseball instincts. He must have had so many good coaches along the way, so many reps thinking through those plays. 0-1. Here's the pitch, and it's a little low with a sinker. 1-1.
A lot of it too is just the mentality, right? You hear baseball rat, you hear, he's got a lot of Pedroia to him, the way he's at the field nonstop and diving into video and scouting reports. I think a lot of it's just how much he studies.
1-1. Pitch is a little inside. Well, now that's 87 pitches for Dobbins. I bet somebody's going to start throwing here in a minute.
Yeah, this is likely going to be his last inning.
And then you just try to cobble it together. You'd like it to be an 8-run lead as it is right now. 2-1 to Burleson. The pitch is a strike on the outside corner, and it's 2-2. It's the Wilyer Abreu show this weekend at Fenway Park. Today, he has 3 runs driven in, 2-2. Swing and a miss. He got him with a great fastball. Sinker on the outside corner. There are 2 away after Dobbins has his 5th major league strikeout. Abreu rocketed a ball to gun down a runner at third. Alex Bregman has his first Fenway homer. Devers on base 3 times with 3 runs scored as a pitch to Jordan Walker is a strike on the outside corner. 0-1. Well, nobody yet throwing. I think the Red Sox might consider another for Dobbins. We will see. 0-1. Pitch is outside. He is a guy who, like so many pitchers these days, has had Tommy John, but he's 25 years old. He's not some spring chicken by baseball terms. 1-1 to Walker. He's walked and grounded out. He fouls this sweeper off, and it's 1-2.
I love how we're like, he's 25, he's kind of old, and like this is the first year he can rent a car, right? Like what? Baseball, man, just keeps getting younger.
Well, with your credit, you still can't. 1-2. First and second, Cardinals lead 10-2 Red Sox. Here's the pitch. Ground ball on the right side, Campbell to his left. Beautiful. Gloves, throws to first. In time, and the inning is over. Crazy you can serve in the military and not rent a vehicle in this country. We go to the bottom of the fifth. 10-2 Red Sox on the Shaws and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Canva presents a work love story like no other. Meet Productivity. She's all business.
The Canva doc is done.
Creativity is more of a free thinker.
Whiteboard brainstorm.
They're worlds apart, but sometimes opposites attract. Thanks to Canva.
The data is in the deck.
And now it's an animated graph.
Canva, where productivity meets creativity. Now showing on computer screens everywhere. Love your work at canva.com.
Head to Gillette Stadium for the New England Revolution versus New York City FC on Saturday, April 19th at 7:30 and celebrate the 30-year anniversary of the first ever home match.
This place a rock.
Commemorative ticket giveaway will be available at all gates to celebrate this historic match and 30 seasons of New England Revolution soccer while supplies last April 19th. Get your tickets at revolutionsoccer.net. That's revolutionsoccer.net.
We're Raising Cane's with the man that started it all.
Wait, are you the Yes Chef guy?
We got chicken fingers, crinkle cut fries, Texas toast, and their world famous cane sauce. Could shed a tear right now.
Raising Cane's chicken fingers, one love.
Lowe sabe cómo darle nueva vida a tu jardín. Por eso, durante la fiesta de primavera, te traemos Mulch Week con ahorros imperdibles. Obtén 5 bolsas de mulch de color Premium Stay Green de 2 pies cúbicos por solo $10. Además, los miembros ganan 5 veces más puntos en compras de mulch selectos. Lowe's, nosotros ayudamos, tú ahorras. Válido hasta 4/9. Programa de lealtad sujeto a términos y condiciones. Puntos otorgados en compras elegibles. Detalles en Lowe's.com/terms. Sujeto a cambios. Excluye Alaska y Hawái.
You're listening to live play-by-play action of the Boston Red Sox on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Cedon Rafaela to lead it off for the Red Sox. In the bottom of the fifth, they lead 10-2, but before he does, let's take 10 seconds for station ID on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
From the WEEI studios, 93.7 WEEI FM and HD1, Lawrence, Boston. Always live on the free Odyssey app.
10-2 Red Sox. Cedon to lead it off. He's 2 for 2. Hunter Dobbins is done for the day. Bernardino warming. The pitch is spiked in front of the plate from Graceffo, who continues in the game. Fun name to say. And it is 1-0. What a weird thing this is for Hunter Dobbins. Right now, he is feeling more adrenaline than he ever has and maybe ever will in his entire life. 1-0 to Rafaela. Maybe outside of the birth of his own children. The pitch to Cedon is high. And tomorrow he's going back to Worcester. That's just the way it is. But he will have himself a night with mom and dad be in the clubhouse celebrating. He's in line for a win. 2-0 is Lowe to Cedon 3-0.
Yeah, but once you've been here and you go back, AAA is not the same. It's just not. It's like you don't want to play on the swings if you've been to Disneyland, you know?
I do. 3-0 to Cedon. Here's the pitch. And it is in there for a strike. And it's 3-1. I mean, I think it can work both ways too, Will, where on the one hand, you know, the bus rides may be a little bit more annoying. Hotels don't feel as nice. But the first time I think you can really channel it on the way back, 3-1 to Cedon, is on the ground toward third. Arenado is a human vacuum cleaner. He gloves and throws to first. And there's one away. Like, I think Hunter Dobbins goes back tomorrow and thinks, that was awesome, and I need to get back.
100%. And he goes back with some stories for the boys, right? Like, this happened. Because you have so many kids down there that haven't been here before, and they're going to have so many questions. Like, tell us everything. What was it like going to pitch in the show?
Well, and Meyer and Anthony are thinking, we should be there right now. Marcelo has driven in 9 runs in the first week of the AAA season.
Continuing what he did in spring training.
Here's Jaron Duran. The pitch is a little bit high for ball 1. I think he'll probably tell them that Will Abreu is sort of good at baseball right now. guy that many of them know. Devers comes out on deck. 1 out in the bottom of the 5th. 10-2 Red Sox. The pitch. Duran drives one high and deep down the left field line, drifting foul. And out of play, and it's 1-1.
Right, so I'm getting texts from my wife right now.
Okay.
She's in the stands with friends watching the game. And she says, how do we get on the Jumbotron? The girl in front of us wants to get on.
The answer is dance like a mad
You got to get proposed to.
That's, well, you can renew your vows. You can take a half inning. Here's the 1-1 to Duran. Pitch is outside.
I'm not going to leave you up here by yourself, Willie. I don't trust you.
Wise. 2-1 Duran. I mean, your wife is gorgeous. She'll just get on the Jumbotron all on her own.
Well, it's not for her. It's for some random person she just met.
2-1. He is fouled back to the screen. She should just make a little poster board sign that says, "I'm Jenny Dell. I'm back in town." She'll be on the video board in no time.
Jenny from the block.
I'm still. 2-2 to Duran.
See, this is what you guys get when the Sox are up big, okay? It gets a little silly up here.
Of course it should.
It should.
It's been a fun day.
It has been a fun day.
And it is really fun to see Jenny back at Fenway Park, where for her it sort of all began. 2-2 to Duran. 1 out, bases empty. The pitch is on the ground to the right side and through for a base hit under the glove of the first baseman. Burleson and Duran tearing around first and a second with a slide. That should be a double. Duran, like a bat out of hell, saw a window and he seized it, and he's at second base with 1 down.
That's one way to get the slugging up a tick. You hit a single, but don't stop. Just keep going to second. I mean, the way he cuts first base and goes on a straight line to second, he's running like he's on fire.
So here is Raffy, who has been on base all 3 times and scored 3 runs. Pitch is fouled back to the screen. We are there with Raffy. I mean, it's one of those times which is amazing considering where we were 5 days ago when he looked totally lost and overmatched. He is totally locked in right now. That is Duran's second double of the season. 0-1 to Devers. Jaron at second. Here's the pitch. And a swing and a drive. High and deep into left center field. It's way back off the wall. Duran will come home to score. That's the deepest part of the ballpark. It's a wall ball double for Raffy, and it is 11-2 Red Sox.
Don't look now, but Raffy's 3 for 3 with a walk and a double.
Such a good 1-2 punch there. And Graceffo is just going to have to hold on here. He is out there for a long, long time. Cardinals bullpen shot. Here is Bregman, who homered his last time. Triple from the cycle. Hit one to the triangle, would you? The pitch is a little bit outside for ball 1. It's just utterly absurd how little time it takes Devers to get this hot. Ridiculous. 1-0 the pitch is down and in. Now, I know Bregman would like the cycle, but in some ways, a 2-homer game without the triple is even better.
Absolutely is.
So back-to-back doubles. Bregman waits. 2-0. He's looking to launch right here. Devers at second. Here's the pitch. And it is popped up on the left side of the infield. Shortstop Wynn just onto the left field grass is there to make the play. And they're 2 away. You're around this game long enough, you know that in that first base dugout, this is one of those times that Pete Fatsi and Alex Cora and Ben Rosenthal and Jason Varitek are saying to hitters, or even it's unspoken, you can be selfish in at-bats right now.
Of course.
Get some numbers.
Yeah, it's where you pad the stats.
11-2. Here's Willier, who does not need to pad his. Pitch is fouled on the third base side.
He's going to try. That was a hack there.
He was rung up on strikes this last time. Should not have been, but he's 2 for 3 with a double, a single, and 3 driven in.
Totally bought into if Willier doesn't swing, there's no way it's a strike.
Is that locked in? 0-1 pitch is ripped into right field, but no, caught by the second baseman Donovan. Just didn't get high enough. And Willier hits it on the screws, but is retired. We go to the 6th inning, 11-2. Red Sox lead the Cardinals in the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Canva presents the killer of productivity. It was an ordinary workday until...
Oh no, this meeting. It could have been an email.
Run.
Canva had a creative solve.
Get email. I'll just put the info the team needs in a Canva doc, and I'll make it visual with images, charts, and graphics.
Bring productivity killers to justice with creativity. Love your work at canva.com.
Head to Gillette Stadium for the New England Revolution versus New York City FC on Saturday, April 19th at 7:30 and celebrate the 30-year anniversary of the first ever home match.
This place a rock.
Commemorative ticket giveaway will be available at all gates to celebrate this historic match and 30 seasons of New England Revolution soccer while supplies last April 19th. Get your tickets at revolutionsoccer.net. That's revolutionsoccer.net.
Thy ticket, Lady Jennifer of Coolidge.
Well, many thanks, good sir. Here'th my Discover card.
They accept Discover at Renaissance fairs?
Yeah, they do here. Discover is accepted at the places I love to shop. Getteth with the times.
With the times? You're playing the lute.
Yeah, and it sounds pretty good, right?
Discover is accepted at 99% of places that take credit cards nationwide. Based on the February 2024 Nielsen report.
Arbella Insurance has been doing business in the New England community for over 35 years. They're your friends, your neighbors, and fellow Boston fans. They do the wave at the ballpark together and get stuck in the same Sturo Drive traffic. At Arbella, being your neighbor helps them provide you with the coverage you need to drive, live, or run a business in this part of the country we call home. Arbella. Here for Boston fans, here for good.
Take Boston sports with you wherever you go. Download the Odyssey app. Now, back to Red Sox baseball on WEEI.
Brendan Bernardino, who's been fabulous to start the year, is on for the 6th inning, and his first pitch to Pedro Pajes is a sinker for strike one. This guy was the last man to make the team out of the bullpen, and he has just shoved it. The 0-1, swing and a miss on a changeup, and it's 0-2.
I think you can say he took it personal, which he should.
You know, it's funny, we saw him in Mexico, and he was very emotional. I thought he maybe had been told that he wasn't going to make the team. And then Liam Hendricks got hurt, and Bernie made it, and boy, has he cashed it in.
Yeah, yes.
0-2. Pitch is a chopper toward third. Fair ball. Bregman's got it behind the bag. He throws to first in time. Run away. There's something so beautiful about watching a great third baseman at work.
It really, I can tell you firsthand, it's a really tough position to play. And it shouldn't look as easy as Alex Bregman makes it look. He's like a shortstop playing third base. It's great.
And of course, he came up as a shortstop, and it looks every bit that way. 11-2 Red Sox. Here's Victor Scott the second. Cardinals are ready to get to Pittsburgh. Bernardino throws, and a sinker is swung on and missed. And it's 0-1. League leaders and who's circling the drain, presented by Drains by James. Eastern Mass's leader in residential and commercial drain cleaning and pipelining at drainsbyjames.com. They give a poop about your pipes. The 0-1. Just a little inside. Here's the answer to that. Willier Abreu. In everything. Gosh, he's been so good. Even the outs are loud. 1-1. Pitch inside. I think he already has one win above replacement, and we're in the 10th game of the season.
Does he really?
I believe he does.
That's wild.
2-1. Here's a ground ball to Campbell. Looking more and more comfortable. He gloves and throws to first. in time, and they're 2 away. So here's where Willier leads the world. He's got a .538 batting average. He doesn't have as many homers as Judge, who's got 6, nor RBIs. Aaron has 17. However, 647 on base, 1,000 slugging, so 1647 OPS.
Jeez.
I mean, that Judge guy's pretty good. He scored 14 runs as Aaron Judge. They've played 9 games. Here's the right-handed hitting Mason Wynn, a first pitch ball outside, and it's 1-0.
So I want to ask you a question.
Yeah.
Have you noticed the big Mass Mutual sign above the big screen in center? Did you know that they had the count on that?
Yes, I did. I do work here every day. As the 1-0 pitch is a strike on the outside corner.
Do work here every day. They don't know that.
It's a really cool deal.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, it's the Mass Mutual logo, so the balls are on the bottom. 3 green lights that light up. The strikes on top with 2 in red. As this will light another red bulb, and it's 1 and 2.
It's a nice touch.
It's awesome.
They've done such a good job here at Fenway Park of keeping the structure, the bones of this place the same, but sprucing it up.
1-2, swing and a miss. He got him. Bernardino does what he's done so often. 1-2-3, top of the 6th. New video boards here at Fenway Park, and they've got a lot of good news on them tonight. 11-2 Sox on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Lowe's knows a good deal goes a long way. So right now, you can get up to 40% off select major appliances. Plus, save up to $300 when you purchase 2 or more select GE kitchen appliances, $396 or more. Explore more great deals now during Springfest at Lowe's. We help, you save. Valid 4/3 through 4/16. Selection varies by location. While supplies last, exclusions apply.
Canva presents a work love story like no other. Meet Productivity. She's all business.
The Canva doc is done.
Creativity is more of a free thinker.
Whiteboard brainstorm.
They're worlds apart, but sometimes opposites attract. Thanks to Canva.
The data is in the deck.
And now it's an animated graph.
Canva, where productivity meets creativity. Now showing on computer screens everywhere. Love your work at canva.com.
Amazon has everything for every kind of Easter. Whether that's toys and treats for the big egg hunt, dinnerware to hold heaps of Nana's candied yams,
Happy Easter.
or fashions to make your Sunday best better than the rest.
Happy Easter.
Ooh, I see you, girl. From pink grass to pastel ties, shop everything Easter on Amazon.
Ask your smart speaker to play 93.7 WEEI. Now back to Red Sox baseball on WEEI.
Trevor Story to lead it off for the Red Sox as we go to the bottom of the 6th. 11-2 Boston. Trevor 0 for 3. In fact, he's the only hitter in the lineup to not have been on base so far tonight. Massive 3-run homer opening day here at Fenway. Pitch to him. Strike on the inside corner from Graceffo. This is a day where Ali Marmol says, Mr. Graceffo, go get him.
Hank with him.
That's it. 0-1. Here's the pitch. Story fouls it back to the screen. A slider. And it is 0-2.
But there's a lot of value in that, right? You go out there and you kind of fall on the grenade for the team, right? And save the pin for their upcoming series because they're not, you're down 9.
Well, how cool is today for Hunter Dobbins?
Oh.
He's going to win his major league debut, barring a total meltdown. And Alex Cora does such a great job of that. He'll get the lineup card. They'll give him a beer shower when he's done today. 0-2 is fouled on the first base side. Alex has such an amazing feel about not only how to welcome rookies into the fold, which the process starts in spring training. These guys are almost encouraged, forced even, to go out to dinner together, to build friendships. 0-2 is fouled off so that someone like Hunter Dobbins comes here today and he doesn't feel like he's around these guys for the first time.
Right. Right. It's not always been that way.
No, and I bet it wasn't when you came up.
It wasn't. They wanted you to be uncomfortable and not be yourself. And the game has finally figured out, hey, you're going to get more out of these guys if they're comfortable.
0-2 to Story. Here's the pitch. And it's ripped into left center field. Get down and get to the wall. It will. Off the web sign. Story spins around first. Hayes into second. All the Red Sox have touched the bases tonight. It's a leadoff double for Trevor Story.
Yeah, that a kid, Trev. Gets a slider over the plate and a little sink to the backside to stay through this one and just smokes a linea to left center.
The numbers will tell you. Muy bien hecho, by the way.
Yeah, tu sabe.
The numbers will say it, but it's the balance of the swing. The eye test is there for Story, too.
Yeah, because when he gets tall and really rotational to left field, he doesn't touch that pitch because he pulls off it, but he uses that sink in his backside and it keeps his direction to the middle of the field.
There's Christian Campbell, who's 1 for 3. Here it is, and he takes a ball, and it's 1-0. I'm so impressed with Campbell's feel for the zone. He just doesn't expand. He did in the home opener, but that was about the only time.
I think he was a little nervous, honestly.
1-0. Here's the pitch. Up and in, and it's 2-0. We don't know this kid that well yet, although, man, is he endearing. The little that I've seen from him, this kind of spot right here, he's trying to absolutely unload.
Yeah, why wouldn't you be?
2-0. Here's the pitch, and he takes up and in. Really disciplined there, and it's 3-0.
Just unbothered, right? He doesn't look 22. He doesn't look like a guy who just got here.
3-0. Pitch. Strike. What about the unwritten rules there? Would the Cardinals be upset if he takes a rip there?
I think so. You know, so it's more of like a respect for the game type thing. It's like there's no need to take a hack 3-0 when you're up 9.
3-1. Here's the pitch. And it is fouled off. Sort of uncomfortable there. Maybe looking off speed. I don't know. That was late on a fastball, and it's 3-2.
Yeah, that was odd. It's like someone forced him to swing, and he didn't want to. He's like, fine.
His mom and dad are here again. I've spoken to them a couple of times on the road. They're such wonderful people. His dad's a high school history teacher. 3-2. Pitch is on the ground to third on one hop. Arenado has it at the belt buckle, throws to first in time. There's one away. Christian is so humble and level-headed and calm. It really is remarkable.
By the way, his brother is his twin.
He is.
It is wild how much they look alike.
Same hair. He's gotten a lot of screen time. Now he's on national TV. His friends are probably telling him about that. And apparently he's a really good player, too.
Shocker, right?
Right. Here's Romy. Pitch is foul on the first base side, out of play. Bullpen report brought to you by Interlock Metal Roofing. Never re-roof again. New England metalroofing.com. Well, there's action in the bullpen for the Red Sox. That should be Criswell, right? I would think so.
My eyes aren't that good, Willie.
You're younger than I am. You were a great hitter. The 0-1 is on the ground up the middle, right into the defense. The second baseman, Donovan's got it. He throws to first in time. And there are 2 away with Story over at third. That'll bring up Carlos Narvaez. It is Criswell. It just makes too much sense to use him in this spot. Red Sox will need 9 more outs after this inning.
Yeah, see the old number 64 out there after he turned. That was my rookie number, by the way. 2012.
Really?
Pedroia wore that number too.
And I should know this, but I don't. Are you 16 for the majority of your big league career?
Here in Boston, yes.
Yeah.
Other places, no, because somebody else had it.
Here's Carlos Narvaez striking inside corner. Established veterans did.
Yeah, our guys that just had already been there, and I wasn't a guy to come in and be like, hey, I want that number. I'll get you a car. Like Soto, I would.
I like the new car that's in my driveway now that you're in our booth. 0-1 to Narvaez. The pitch is ripped down the left field line. Why not? Another extra base hit for Carlos Narvaez. Story comes home to score. It is 12-2. Foot first slide. This Carlos Narvaez is becoming a story, and the Red Sox lead by 10.
I mean, the guy just keeps hitting. All we heard was he's defense first. The bat's got some learning and some catching up to do. Well, I'll tell you what, he's been swinging it, and it's foul line to foul line, using the whole field with 2 strikes, attacking early, a little bit of everything. He's looking good right now.
I think it's more of a catcher competition all of a sudden for the Red Sox.
Feels like it.
Here comes Cedon. He's got 2 hits and 3 at-bats. 12-2 Red Sox. Wow. Here's the pitch. And he swings and fouls it on the first base side. So the offense is firing on all cylinders. Kind of goes without saying. They came into this game on an absolute roll, and it's just kept on going. 12 runs on 17 hits here tonight on 1. That is in the dirt past the catcher Pajes, and Narvaez a good read over to third. So let's see, the Red Sox in game 1, 5 runs on 8 hits. So 29 plus 12 is 41 runs, 35 and 17, 52 hits in 5 games. Come on. 1-1 to Cedon. The pitch is a check swing. He went around. Slider, and it's 1-2. Don't you like when I do arithmetic live on the air?
You did go to Stanford, so I expect it.
I really should be able to do it without saying it out loud, but we'll take it.
We'll take it. It's been a long day.
But you know what? A lot shorter with the way this club is playing right now. 1-2 with Narvaez at third. The pitch is in the dirt. How many pitches have the Cardinals spiked in the dirt today?
A ton. They've gone through a lot of baseballs. You want to know where these balls go? They spike them, they throw them out of the game, they keep them to the side, and they end up using them in batting practice, by the way. They don't just throw them away.
Or should they? These are the ones we give away to fans. You get asked to sign all the time. 2-2 to Cedon. 12-2 Sox. Here's the pitch. Cedon swings and pops it foul on the right field side. In some of the same ways as this one gets out of play, there are some parallels between Rafaela and Devers. I know they're not the same player, but in terms of hand positioning, length of swing, the willingness to go the other way, and I think Cedon is showing some encouraging signs here today.
Yeah, it's just, it all comes down to plate discipline, right? And picking the right pitches to swing at.
2-2. Here's the pitch, and it is taken for a ball. They're both bad ball hitters, but that doesn't mean they should swing out of the zone. 3-2. 10-run Red Sox lead in the bottom of the 6th. Staring down the barrel of a sweep here today and in this series. 3-2 to Cedon. Here's the pitch. And it is high, ball 4. That's a good sign for Rafaela. He's aboard for the 3rd time. And with 2 down, they're at the corners for Duran. Is it harder to have a feel for the strike zone in the big leagues because the stuff is so much better?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, that's the best pitchers in the game. Everything looks like a strike out of their hand and either stays there or breaks out of it, right? And it breaks so late.
Here's Jarren Duran, who takes a strike on the outside corner. He's got 2 hits in his last 2 ABs. 10-run Red Sox lead. Narvaez at third, Rafaela at first. 1-1 to Duran. Narvaez can get a huge lead at third. The pitch is on the ground on the left side, and a diving stop by Wynn. He has no play. Narvaez scores. It's an RBI hit for Duran, and it's 13-2 Red Sox.
You know, and Duran, man, I tell you what, he was due for some of these infield hit, because how many rockets have we seen him hit right into the glove of outfielders? That's 3 hits for him on the day and 2 RBIs.
Raphael at second now, and here is Devers. All he's done today is single twice, double and walk. Scored 3 runs. I know 100% he's trying to unload right here. Pitch to him is driven high and deep into left center field at the wall. It's off the wall again. Rafaela scores. Behind him, Duran. It's a 2-run double for the red-hot Devers, and it is 15-2 Red Sox.
I'll tell you what, Raffy, he's making this place look small today. He's hitting it off. That's about the same place he hit on the wall earlier in his last at-bat there in the 5th inning when he doubled there. But you said it. You knew he was trying to go deep in that at-bat. Why not, right? With a lead like that, good to see him get knocked back in.
This is a scary offense right now. Another visit to the mound by the Cardinal pitching coach. Not much he can say other than you're staying in this game, and Devers has torched him. I mean, that's 4 hits and a walk in 5 plate appearances for Raffy, and look at his smile right now.
Yeah, and the pitching coach from the Cardinals going out there just checking for a pulse at this point.
He needs the defibrillator on the mound right now. This is an outrageous offensive eruption for the Red Sox.
Michael is through 81 pitches. Graceffo's at 62 pitches already. We're in the 6th inning. Not only are these guys smoking balls all over this place, they're working counts still.
So Raffy has been on base 7 times now in the doubleheader.
Good. Good.
Keep it going with the Blue Jays in town tomorrow. And look, he continues to smile. That is Carita right there.
Wouldn't you be smiling? I'm smiling. And I didn't even hit it.
Darn right I am. Here's Bregman. He's having himself a day. The pitch is drilled down the left field line. Trouble if fair. And guess what? It is! Off the monster. Devers comes home. He'll score. It's a Breggy wall ball. And it's 16-2 Boston.
My goodness. 2 doubles, a single, a Breggy bomb. What, 6 RBIs on the day? I think Mr. Bregman's going to get a good night's sleep tonight.
He may be forced to talk to us after this game. We'll see. And at last, mercy, says Ali Marmol. He's going to take Graceffo out of the game. Trying to get him deeper into this one, but enough is enough.
We might see a position player later in this game.
There's no might about it.
Yeah, that's a good point. I might go in a pitch.
They're going to throw in the towel. I'd love to see that. 16-2 Red Sox. Still not done in the bottom of the 6th inning. Raffy's hot. Abreu will face the new Cardinal pitcher when we return. It's a 14-run lead in the 6th inning at Fenway on the Shaw's Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
During this call to the bullpen, your New England Ford dealers remind you that this is the perfect time to check out all their great Ford truck offers at buyfordnow.com. You'll find special deals on Ford F-150, built Ford tough and smarter than ever. The legendary Super Duty, our most capable heavy-duty pickup, and the turbocharged Ranger, ready for your next adventure. Visit buyfordnow.com and see why now's the time to buy or lease your new Ford truck.
Do you suffer from projectile dysfunction? That's when there's something stuck in your drains and pipes causing a backup. It can happen to the best of us, and Drains by James can get you unclogged and feeling free again. Projectile dysfunction can be serious if not treated right away. It will impact things at home, and you'll wonder why you didn't take care of it sooner. Go to drainsbyjames.com. Drains by James. They give a poop about your pipes. Arbella Insurance has been doing business in the New England community for over 35 years. They're your friends, your neighbors, and fellow Boston fans. They do the wave at the ballpark together and get stuck in the same Sturo Drive traffic. At Arbella, being your neighbor helps them provide you with the coverage you need to drive, live, or run a business in this part of the country we call home. Arbella, here for Boston fans, here for good.
We're right back to the Sox on the Shaw's and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Wilyer Abreu is on here. Red Sox lead 16-2. Cardinals go to their bullpen. The left-hander John King facing Willie, who lined out sharply to second his last time. He's got a double, a single, 3 runs driven in. Alex Bregman, who's tied a career high with 6, batted in, leads at second. The pitch is foul on the first base side. This is the next step for Abreu. Alex started to trust him last year against lefties. Not that you'd ever lift him in a 14-run game, but he's so locked in. And this is something he's worked so hard on, left on left.
It's a good time for him to work on it, even if he's not comfortable, but I'm assuming he is.
1-1 is down and away. I think he'd be comfortable against Randy Johnson right now, the way he's going.
Only thing uncomfortable with Randy Johnson right now would be a dove.
Loomer certainly not. He's got him in his little book.
Loomer clipped Randy?
He did.
Come on.
He did. 2-1 is a ground ball foul outside of first.
How many career homers?
I think 14, if I have that right.
I'm going to find out. I'm on the old internet machine.
It's good. It's his birthday after all.
Give him some love. He's the best.
It really is.
14. You're spot on.
You care about your friends.
That's true. How many do I have?
Exactly. That's why I don't know. 2-2 to Abreu. Here's the pitch. And it's a ground ball on the left side. Wynn backhands. Long throw to first. In time. They just got him. Abreu runs so well, but that was brilliant defense from Mason Wynn. And Abreu, the outs are loud. We go to the 7th inning. 16-2. Red Sox lead on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
The Ego Power Plus Savings Event is on at Lowe's. Right now, get a free Select Ego 56-volt battery with purchase of a Select trimmer, blower, or mower kit. That's a $299 value. Plus, shop today for new and exclusive items you need for your lawn. So get ready for spring with the latest in innovation from Ego, the #1 rated brand in cordless outdoor power. Only at Lowe's. We help, you save. Offer valid through 4/16. Selection varies by location while supplies last.
Canva presents a work love story like no other. Meet Productivity. She's all business.
The Canva doc is done.
Creativity is more of a free thinker.
Whiteboard brainstorm.
They're worlds apart, but sometimes opposites attract. Thanks to Canva.
The data is in the deck.
And now it's an animated graph.
Canva, where productivity meets creativity. Now showing on computer screens everywhere. Love your work at canva.com.
Thy ticket, Lady Jennifer of Coolidge.
Well, many thanks, good sir. Here'th my Discover card.
They accept Discover at Renaissance fairs?
Yeah, they do here. Discover's accepted at the places I love to shop. Getteth with the times.
With the times? You're playing the lute.
Yeah, and it sounds pretty good, right?
Discover is accepted at 99% of places that take credit cards nationwide. Based on the February 2024 Nielsen report.
Sometimes it feels like the world is moving at hyperspeed and you can't keep up because it's one thing then another. And don't forget the meeting and the yoga class and the dinner reservation. But then you get into the all-new Nissan Murano and you feel the breeze from the panoramic moonroof while the massaging seats melt away the tension of the day. And you realize that sometimes the greatest rush is not rushing at all. Shop the all-new Murano at nissanusa.com. Panoramic moonroof massaging leather appointed seats are available features.
You're listening to the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Well, this has been fun. We're into the 7th inning. Cooper Criswell is on the mound. You figure his job is sort of to take this thing across the finish line for the Red Sox. They lead 16-2. So, offensive avalanche continuing. 4 games in a row, the Sox have just gone off at the plate. Pitch to Nootbaar is a strike on the outside corner.
You know what I'd actually like to talk about, Will?
Yeah, let's hear it.
A little catch-up talk.
It's not exactly a difficult call this week. The 0-1 is down and away.
I think it's a little more difficult than you think.
Oh, interesting.
Because Alex Bregman's look pretty good.
Let's say.
Look at those numbers. It's not just a Will Your show.
First Fenway home run today. The 1-1 is popped foul down the left field line.
It's coming back.
Refsnyder's in the game now, and he can't make the play. He overran that one, too, and he stumbles down, crashes into the wall. Over to second is Nootbaar. That's crazy. That's twice tonight. The wind must be really playing tricks on stuff with that corner there. Duran is off his feet now. He's out of the game. And Refsnyder unable to make the play.
I don't know what it is about this place, but when the ball is on the way down that left field line, when it's halfway down, about monster high, it really cuts back. But these guys know that.
I love the feel that Alex Cora has. I mean, Duran with hits in his last 3 at-bats. He played so many games last year. Criswell throws a comebacker to him. He spun around, he gloves and throws to first in time. Contreras is gone. There's one away. David Hamilton in the game, too. Story is out. So all kinds of changes. Casas is now the first baseman. Romy is at third. Story is gone. So is Bregman. So the starters get a break.
This is good. Rest those guys because you're hoping to get 150-plus games out of them.
Yeah, and more division games tomorrow as Brendan Donovan takes a cutter outside for ball 1.
Long day today, too. I mean, these guys have been going at it.
Criswell throws a 1-0. That's in there for a strike. And it is 1-1. You know, Alex wanted Jaron to play every game he could. And he did, other than the suspension games. But he's adamant that's not the best path forward. 1-1. Pitch is chopped foul on the first base side.
I'd have to agree because you watch the way he plays the game. It takes a lot more effort than most people. The way he, as we saw today, stretches singles to doubles, goes first to third. He's flying all over the place. It takes a lot of effort. Can wear you down.
I think what's happening right now is sort of another marker of the depth of the roster. 1-2. The pitch is inside, and it's 2-2. Last year, I can't think of a spot where if Alex Cora wanted to give Tristan Casas a day off late in the game, he would have come in to play first base.
Right.
But they got more veterans now. The 2-2 is down and in, and it's 3-2. Wilyer Bray is still out in right field. I'd be tempted to put him in bubble wrap the way he's going right now.
No kidding.
Just want to continue to ride the wave with him. 16-2 Red Sox in the 7th. Cardinals have a runner at third. Donovan waits. And the 3-2 is behind him to the backstop. The runner Nootbaar does not come home. So a base on balls. And St. Louis has them at the corners. They do, I think, rightly give Refsnyder a 2-base error there in left field. He was there with much more time than Duran had on sort of a similar play. Toronto will be here tomorrow. All the speculation around Vlad Guerrero Jr.
You beat me to that. I'm looking at who they're facing tomorrow. A guy named Easton Lucas, but then they go Barrios, Gosman,
Thomas
and Bassett.
So JC is in there, and he, batting for Arenado, takes a ball outside.
So the Sox offense will have their hands full with 3 of those 4 games.
1-0, swing and a miss. And it's 1-1. Gosman has had a lot of success against the Red Sox in his career. Blue Jays lost today. They will come in 5-5. They'll face a buzzsaw of an offense. 1-1 at the corners. The pitch is skied into left field. Refsnyder in front of the track is there to make the play. Tagging at third is Nootbaar. He'll come home. The throw goes to second, so an unearned run scores, and it's 16-3. There's a lot of pressure on those Blue Jays this year. Unable to extend Vladdy in the offseason. John Schneider, even Ross Atkins and Mark Shapiro. I think they're on sort of hot seats coming into this year. They've lost 3 straight. And the Red Sox did it in Baltimore, but it's so important to set the tone in the division. 2 down, run in. Here's a high fly foul down the left field line. This one will make the seats. And it's 0-1 to Alec Burleson. Copyrighted broadcast presented by authority of the Red Sox may not be reproduced, retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions cannot be disseminated without the express written consent of EEI and the Red Sox. 16-3, 0-1, Lowe.
So right now, I'm digging deep right now.
I love it.
I'm looking at exit velocities.
Yeah.
Actually, Loomer sent me this. There are 14 hit balls by the Red Sox have been over 102 miles an hour.
In this game alone?
In this game alone.
Here's a pitch inside to Burleson, and it's 2-0. Wow. I would have to think Bregman has a few of them.
He has 3.
Yeah, sure. Devers
has 3.
How about Carlos Narvaez? 2-1 is a ground ball on the right side, and it's handled by Casas. He's there to the bag, and the inning is over. Unearned run for the Redbirds. Stretch time at Fenway, 16-3 Sox. Shaw's and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Lowe's is the destination for Ego outdoor power equipment this spring. See what's new and exclusive, like the 17-inch string trimmer with Line IQ technology that auto-feeds to save you time, and the 22-inch Select Cut self-propelled mowers with a multi-blade system for precise cutting. Shop Ego Days, happening now during Springfest at Lowe's. We help, you save. Selection varies by location while supplies last.
And we're back with Canva Presents Secret Sounds Work Edition. Caller, guess this sound.
It's a mouse click.
So close. That's actually publishing a website with Canva docs. Next caller.
Definitely a mouse click.
Nice try. It was sorting 100 sticky notes with a Canva whiteboard. We also would have accepted resizing a Canva video into 10 different sizes.
What? No way.
Yes way. One click can go a long way. Love your work at canva.com.
Sometimes it feels like the world is moving at hyperspeed and you can't keep up because it's one thing, then another. And don't forget the meeting and the yoga class and the dinner reservation. But then you get into the all-new Nissan Murano and you feel the breeze from the panoramic moonroof while the massaging seats melt away the tension of the day. And you realize that sometimes the greatest rush is not rushing at all. Shop the all-new Murano at nissanusa.com. Panoramic moonroof massaging leather appointed seats are available features.
Hart, Fitzy, and Johnson.
Weekdays 2 to 6.
Now back to the Shaw's and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
David Hamilton leads it off for the Red Sox in the bottom of the 7th. They lead 16-3. Utter eruption offensively. It'll be Hamilton, and then Campbell and Gonzalez.
The Red Sox have scored 42 runs so far in their last 4 games. That's the most in Major League Baseball since Thursday. The next most is the Yankees, and they're at 32. They're not even close.
It has been fun to watch. And the best part is it's up and down the lineup, which I guess you would probably predict. Everyone is chipping in. Hamilton had a big RBI hit in Game 1. He fouls the first pitch off outside of first, and it's 0-1. The Subaru of New England scoreboard. A little love goes a long way in the 2025 Subaru Forester Hybrid. Learn more at SubaruofNewEngland.com. 0-1, soft ground ball on the right side. It is handled there by Donovan, and just like that, one away. So the Yankees fell in the 9th and walked off by the Pittsburgh Pirates 5-4. Actually, that was the 11th there. Mets beat the Blue Jays 2-1. Kerry Carpenter's on fire. The Tigers and he beat the White Sox 4-3. Chicago, again, 2-7 to start the year. Royals 4, Orioles 1. And the Rangers walked off the Rays 4-3.
4 walk-offs.
Pitch on the outside corner. I guess Campbell couldn't check his swing, and it's 0-1. So this has that chance to be that rare unicorn of days where the Red Sox win 2 and everybody else in the division loses. There's a change-up to Campbell that misses.
Beautiful thing. By the way, 4 walk-offs in Major League Baseball
That's
today.
one for the Elias Sports Bureau, by the way. Has that ever happened where the Red Sox have won 2 and everybody else loses? The change-up first. Campbell misses, and it's 1-2.
I have a very obscure Major League record, by the way. It has to do with a doubleheader.
Ooh.
Okay. 2017 playing for the Rangers. We're in Atlanta. I pinch hit twice, once in each game.
1-2 to Campbell, inside, down and in.
I had a pinch hit triple in each game of that doubleheader. That never happened before in the history of baseball.
So you triple in consecutive games that you didn't start.
Correct. And I had like 5 triples in my career.
2-2 is outside.
First one, line drive to left field. Matt Kemp dives, misses it. Great ex-teammate. He was doing me a favor. And then A.J. Minter threw me a heater up and away. I hit it off the bricks in right field, and it kicked away from Marquez.
3-2 is chopped foul on the third base side. You'll always have that one.
Always got that one.
Did it strike you as bizarre in the moment that you didn't start either game and in each you had pinch hit triples?
No, not at all. I was more angry because I didn't hit the ball to right, didn't get out because I hammered it 97 up and away, and I smoked it, hit the very top of the wall in Atlanta.
3-2 is outside, and that is ball 4 to Campbell. He continues to get on base, second time in this game, and the Red Sox have Campbell aboard with one down for Romy. I think Cy Young's win total is probably safe. I don't think that will ever be broken. Truly, a doubleheader, 2 games, 2 pinch hit ABs, and 2 triples.
Very obscure, I will say. Yeah,
a lot of things about you are obscure. Here's Romy Gonzalez as he takes a strike on the outside corner. It's 0-1. (16-3) Red Sox. Pitch is outside. Change up to Romy, and it's 1-1. He has singled and scored. He's 1 for 4. Played a huge part in the rally that won game 1. 1-1. Here's a ground ball on the right side, of base hit. Campbell hurdles over it, and Romy is aboard with yet another opposite field base hit.
Gotta love that. 4 hits in 2 games. The first game he didn't even start, but just professional hitter.
The score is too lopsided to drop a my homie there.
Yeah, I agree. You got to save that for the big knocks and the big moments.
You know, had he tied the game in the 9th inning instead of gotten him in striking range, I might have dropped it.
Yeah. Can't overuse that.
No. Here's Carlos Narvaez. He takes changeup outside for ball 1. I have gotten his total sign off on it.
Oh, he loves it. By the way, great mustache on that guy.
Elite. 1-0 to Narvaez, who's having a huge game. The pitch is low, and it is 2-0. Now is not the time to talk about this, with the Red Sox leading 16-3. But, I mean, this guy is making it kind of a race at the catcher's spot as Narvaez takes a fastball in the dirt, 3-0.
Of course. I mean, this season is about, you don't go make those signings in the offseason and those moves in the offseason if you're not trying to win now. Yeah, you're still planning for the future. I get that. But a lot of these moves made are to win now.
3-0. He'll likely take here, or else catch one in the ear. The pitch is right there for a strike, and it's 3-1.
So to that point, if you're trying to win now, you play the hot hand.
See what happens tomorrow with the Blue Jays in town. Richard Fitz likely to start. The 3-1 to Narvaez is ball 4 outside. So he's on base for the 3rd time, and they're loaded up with only 1 out for Cedon.
So from our friend Red Sox Stats on Twitter, Red Sox have 18 100+ mile per hour exit velocity. The StatCast record in a game is 19.
18 in this game?
In this game alone.
That is wild.
Shout out Red Sox Stats. That's a great follow.
It is.
Twitter.
Here's Cedon, who takes outside for ball 1.
Such great information out of that account. I'll still to this day trying to figure out who it is.
More people were concerned about who he is than Deep Throat. 1-0.
Excuse me?
Watergate, please. The 1-0 pitch is looped down the right field line, foul and out of play, and it's 1-1. People have long thought it's like a member of the Red Sox front office because of the predictive powers, transactions that might be coming. 1-1 with the bases loaded. It's already a 13-run Red Sox lead. The pitch is looped foul again, out of play. And it's 1-2 to Rafaela. Cedon having a big night. 2 hits, a walk, 3 runs scored, and an RBI. Now everybody's feeling good for the Sox. 1-2. They lead at every base. Pitch inside to the backstop, and breaking for home is Campbell. He will score on, I think, a pass ball, and it's 17-3 Red Sox. He just clanked off the glove of Pages, and the Pittsburgh Pirates are the place that the Cardinals want to get to right now.
Quickly. Start the plane.
2-2. Pitch. Swinging a ground ball up the middle. The second baseman has it. He throws off balance to first. Not in time. It's an infield RBI hit for Rafaela. The hit parade continues. It is 18-3 Red Sox.
I mean, these guys just aren't letting off the gas. These guys are still getting down the line. You're still seeing hard 90s. They're moving up bases. I know they're up big, but man, it's fun to see this hungry offense just keep getting more.
Play Narvaez over to third with Romy scoring. So first and third, still only 1 out, and Pages is trying to take some weight off of King on the mound. I mean, it really will. It's hard to pinpoint one thing that's going on right now with this team that's the most exciting. It is a collective group effort. And Willie Abreu looks like the MVP, but it has to be in this game, as Ali Marmol, after a stall tactic, is going to come to the mound and make a pitching change. The awakening of Rafi Devers has to be the headline, doesn't it?
Oh, 100%. I mean, Abreu, to your point, but also Bregman and the damage he continues to do at Fenway Park. Those numbers somehow keep getting better.
We're going to get more stats on that. I mean, the guy now, in his first, 20 games and change at Fenway Park, has become one of the great all-time hitters here. He is out of the game. Rob Refsnyder will get a look at a new Cardinal pitcher when we continue. It is 18-3. The Sox are about to sweep a doubleheader and a series, about to win their 5th straight. They are rolling the Cardinals here on a Sunday night in the Back Bay. 15-run lead. More after this in the Shaw's and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
This call to the bullpen gives you a chance to check out all the great Ford SUV offers at buyfordnow.com. You'll find special deals on the award-winning Ford SUV lineup that you won't see advertised anyplace else. Whether you plan to buy from your Ford dealer's inventory or custom order your new SUV, visit buyfordnow.com and see how much you can save. And then see your New England Ford dealers for your new SUV.
Do you suffer from projectile dysfunction? That's when there's something stuck in your drains and pipes causing a backup. It can happen to the best of us, and Drains by James can get you unclogged and feeling free again. Projectile dysfunction can be serious if not treated right away. It will impact things at home, and you'll wonder why you didn't take care of it sooner. Go to drainsbyjames.com. Drains by James. They give a poop about your pipes.
You're listening to the Sox on the Shaw's and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network. Now, back to the play-by-play action.
2 runs in for the Red Sox in the 7th, 18 overall. The Cardinals have gone yet again to their bullpen. It's one of those days where if the big leagues had the mercy rule, Cardinals would love to have it. Chris Roycroft, a right-hander, is on. You'll see Rob Refsnyder. Still only 1 out. The Red Sox have first and third, a 15-run lead. And here is Rob Refsnyder.
At this point, you got to think, when they call down to the bullpen and the phone rings, you're just going, please, God, don't be me.
Here's the pitch to Rob.
Don't be me.
That one misses outside with a sinking fastball, and it is 1-0. Our booth just got a lot more beautiful. Your wife Jenny's with us. We might even hear from her in the top of the 8th inning. 1-0. Pitch is swung on and missed, a sinking fastball, and it's 1-1. This ballpark is the place where it all started for the two of you, so I can feel a little magic in the air.
It's bring your wife to work day.
1-1. Your children are currently drawing crayons all over your walls. The 1-1 pitch is outside, a sinking fastball, and it's 2-1. I saw they had some Tristan Casas action going on earlier, painting toenails and fingernails.
That was Jenny's dad. Yeah, he's the best grandpa, man. We call him Doodle in our house. The girls love him some Doodle.
That's a great name. 2-1 with runners at the corners. The pitch is a little bit high with a fastball, and it is 3-1. Have they ever done your nails?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Of course.
Do you have a color preference?
I would actually love they came in and did Tristan Casas. He would love it.
Here's the thing about that. I promise you we can make that happen. 3-1 pitch is high in the air into shallow left field. Ref Snyder just got underneath that one. Newt Bar is underneath it, and he'll make the play. And they're 2 away. You know, we had a deal last year that if Tristan hit 25 home runs, that Joe Castig would let him paint his fingernails, and he was on pace until he got hurt. But I promise you, he would be in for that.
Oh, he definitely would. Castig's the best.
Doug Lane just brought you some giveaway sunglasses.
Yeah, thanks for the sunglasses at 9:49 p.m., Doug.
Well, your future's
always
so
great
bright,
feel by Doug.
He teaches me magic tricks, and he gives you shades.
These are sweet shades, though.
10 p.m. 2 outs, 18-3 Sox, and the pitch is strike to Connor Wong, who's into the game for the first time. He's batting for Raffy, who had a huge day at the plate. 5 times up, 5 times on. 0-1 to Wong. That is a little bit outside a cut fastball, and it's 1-1. I can appreciate that. A lot of days I want to wear shades, even if it's a little cloudy.
You're a big sunglass guy.
I am. Well, I mean, these eyes are sensitive. What can I tell you?
Okay. The baby blues?
They are. You can't relate to that. 1-1. Sensitivity, not really your thing, as Roycroft is ready. He throws, and a foul on the third base side.
Do you remember Josh Hamilton in Oakland?
Yeah, of course.
The playoff game, he missed the fly balls, and he said, it's because my eyes are blue in day games. I have trouble seeing the ball. It's a real thing.
It is.
Josh Hamilton to definitely be trusted on his opinion.
2 down, 18-3 Red Sox. The pitch to Wong is up and in, and it's 2-2. I just like it better when it's sort of in between. I have these polarized lenses, and everything looks a little brighter.
That's fair. I get it.
Our booth looks a lot brighter with Jenny in it. 2-2. Whitecroft throws, and a swing and a ground ball softly hit on the left side. The third baseman has it, throws to first in time. I think that's JC. You'll just have to trust me. Inning over as Wong is retired. We go to the 8th inning, 18-3. Red Sox lead the Cardinals on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
The Ego Power Plus Savings Event is on at Lowe's. Right now, get a free Select Ego 56-volt battery with purchase of a Select trimmer, blower, or mower kit. That's a $299 value. Plus, shop today for new and exclusive items you need for your lawn. So get ready for spring with the latest in innovation from Ego, the #1 rated brand in cordless outdoor power. Only at Lowe's. We help, you save. Offer valid through 4/16. Selection varies by location while supplies last.
And we're back with Canva Presents Secret Sounds Work Edition. Caller, guess this sound.
It's a mouse click.
So close. That's actually publishing a website with Canva docs. Next caller.
Definitely a mouse click.
Nice try. It was sorting 100 sticky notes with a Canva whiteboard. We also would have accepted resizing a Canva video into 10 different sizes.
What? No way.
Yes way. One click can go a long way. Love your work at canva.com.
We're in Baton Rouge at the original Raising Cane's with the man that started it all.
Wait, are you the Yes Chef guy?
Todd started this place 28 years ago with one goal in mind: making the best chicken fingers in the world. We got their famous box combo, chicken fingers, crinkle cut fries, Texas toast slaw, and their world famous cane sauce. could shed a tear right now.
Raising Cane's chicken fingers, one love.
Sometimes it feels like the world is moving at hyperspeed and you can't keep up because it's one thing then another. And don't forget the meeting and the yoga class and the dinner reservation. But then you get into the all-new Nissan Murano and you feel the breeze from the panoramic moonroof while the massaging seats melt away the tension of the day. And you realize that sometimes the greatest rush is not rushing at all. Shop the all-new Murano at nissanusa.com. Panoramic moonroof massaging leather-appointed seats are available features.
We're right back to the Sox on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Cooper Criswell continues in the game as we go to the top of the 8th inning. Red Sox are having fun all day long. A walk-off win in Game 1 and now 18-3 in Game 2. Hunter Dobbins is going to get a win in his Major League debut. Criswell will see Walker and then Pages and Scott in the Cardinal half of the 8th inning. 22 hits. The pitch to Walker. Strike on the outside corner. Well, we now have two members of the Middlebrooks family with us on the air as Jenny Dell joins us. Jenny, so awesome to see you. The 0-1 pitch is a strike. This must feel like a lot of nights that you got used to at this ballpark. It's rollicking at Fenway.
It feels like home to be back here, guys.
So professional and clear with her
Seriously, 0-2 pitch misses outside. You could learn a thing or two, Will. A sweeper missed. It's 1-2.
I do want to say she's not here because she wanted to come on. I get a text saying, I'm cold. I'm coming up to the booth.
Yeah, it's warm in here. The 1-2 is a little bit outside, and it's 2-2. Jenny has gone on to national stardom as a great reporter for the biggest games in college football and a lot of other things on CBS. 2-2. The pitch is popped into shallow left field. Ref Snyder started back. Now he's in, and he makes the play 1 down. Jenny, I would imagine you say it feels like home, but there's got to be a certain tingle that you feel when you come into this ballpark to remember that this really is the place that it all started.
I like that you used the word tingle right there. It's fantastic. No, I think anytime you walk into Fenway Park, it's special. And you think about all the memories that you've had here, the games that you covered.
Here's a ground ball under the glove of Criswell. He lets it go. It is handled there at second by Campbell, 2 down.
You know what happens when I come into the booth? The game speeds up. So maybe it's a good thing, right?
You're welcome anytime.
Yes, absolutely.
I think the Cardinals are also quite ready to start packing up the buses and the charter airplane to get to Pittsburgh. Long day for everybody. 18-3 Red Sox, 2 down. And the base is empty. To the Shaws and Star Market read in a moment. The pitch to Michael Ciani, who's in the game, as a strike on the outside corner. Here you go, Jenny. For the love of a mouth-watering tender roast, hurry to Shaws and Star Market right now. Beef eye of round roast or bottom round roast is $3.97 a pound.
That's a deal.
It is.
How much are the eggs?
They're not $3.97. I'll tell you that much. 1-1 the pitch, swing and a foul back to the screen and a cutter.
We did talk some stock market a little bit, you know.
Earlier you did?
Yeah.
Very delicately.
Yeah,
wow.
delicately. Yeah. It's more just like, I don't remember what took you in that direction.
We have a retirement specialist sponsor.
That's what it was.
Their job is a lot harder these days.
That 401k, not looking good right now.
18-3 the score. Here's a ground ball to second. Campbell's got it. He will throw to first
and
in
just
time.
Like that.
Jenny does speed the game up.
You should stick around.
We're going to keep her on for the bottom of the 8th. 18-3 Red Sox lead in the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Lowe's knows member-only doorbuster deals make SpringFest savings even better. Right now, rewards members can get 3 19.3-ounce Bonnie Plants vegetables and herbs for just $10. Plus, save $50 on a Charbroil Performance Series 4-burner grill, now $149. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid through 4/7, excludes Alaska and Hawaii. Selection varies by location, subject to change, while supplies last. Program subject to terms and conditions. Details at lowes.com/terms.
Hey there, I'm Kendra Adachi, and my show, The Lazy Genius Podcast, helps you be a genius about the things that matter and lazy about the things that don't, and you get to decide what matters. I'm not here to tell you what to do. I'm here to give you a new way to see. Episodes of the Lazy Genius Podcast are full of compassionate time management tips and permission slips to do what makes sense for you. New episodes drop every Monday. Follow and listen to the Lazy Genius podcast on the free Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Raising Cane's is celebrating our golden birthday year. Join the party with Golden Chicken Fingers and limited edition Golden Blush Puppy that benefits local pet organizations. Get yours while supplies last. See RaisingCanes.com for details. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, one love.
Canva presents your work horoscope for this week. Deadlines are in retrograde, which we all know can bring some intense energy. Our advice, fend off this forecast with Canva. Like Canva whiteboards to counter creative blocks, and Canva docs for clarity in communications. If you have any sales deals coming through, results will be in your favor with Canva presentations, manifesting many wins for you. It's a great week to love your work at canva.com.
The Greg Hill Show, weekdays, 5:30 to 10.
Now back to the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
It does feel so good as the Red Sox lead the St. Louis Cardinals 18-3. This is one of the more fun days in the last many years at Fenway Park as Tristan Casas will lead it off against Roycroft.
I thought it was because I was here.
Well, that's part of it too. Here's the pitch to Tristan, and it's outside. That's the voice of Jenny Dell, who's here with us in the booth. Middlebrook's much better looking, much kinder and sincere other half.
I've always outkicked my coverage.
No doubt about that. 1-0. Pitch is fouled off. I do need to say to you, Jenny, and we'll just get it out of the way on the air.
Please do.
How much I appreciate you being willing to give us Will, because, you know, we've had him now for 10 days, and he is just such a star on the radio. I love working with him. He's doubling up on TV and radio. He's working himself totally silly. But I know it's not easy for your family to go through all this stuff in a baseball season.
It is not easy, but this is the things you do when you're in love, right?
Yeah, I mean, and look, no, but seriously.
It's all right, Will. 1-1 pitch, misses outside.
No, but I was thinking, like, we switch off seasons, right?
We do.
Yeah.
Because it's like, when baseball ends, she's fully into football.
She's off with Brad Nessler in the Big Ten, the biggest game of every single week. 2-1 to Casas. The pitch is drilled high and deep into right field. It's at the track. It's at the wall. And it's caught up there by Walker. Very nearly a homer. Maybe a little too much top spin on that one. And the Sox fans are booing Walker for making a catch.
They also were booing Marmol for coming out and taking out pitchers that were giving up runs. That's a good thing when the Sox fans are feeling like this. Tristan Casas just missed that one, hit it off the end of the bat just enough to stay in the ballpark. Even that might not have stayed in the ballpark, actually. He brought it back.
So here's Lou Gehrig. Wilyer Abreu batting. He drives one foul on the left field side. But seriously, I know it's a lot on you and your girls.
It is a lot on us, but we are so proud of what Will's doing. And I knew from day one that he would be great at this. And he's just excelling. And it's been really fun to sit back and listen to him and watch and see the bond between you two on radio has been fantastic to listen to.
Yeah, we're good at faking it. The pitch misses outside. It's 1-1.
Yeah, you guys have no fun.
Actors. That's all we are.
How about the MVP chance for Abreu? One out in the 8th inning. 18-3 Red Sox. Pitch. Swing and a foul. Even the foul balls look beautiful for Abreu. Stay tuned after the game for the Nissan post-game show. You deserve a card that thrills you, and Nissan's got an exciting full line that put goosebumps on your goosebumps. Experience the thrill for yourself. Shop your local Nissan store at nissanusa.com today. One out, bases empty in the 8th. 1-2 to Wilyer. The pitch is outside.
So we'll say, and I'll give Jenny credit for this, I had no plans of going into TV. Zero. She kind of pushed me into it.
I forced him.
She pushed me into the deep end is what she did.
Yeah.
True love.
I set up an appointment, an audition basically at CBS.
2-2 is swung on and missed, and Abreu is gone.
So I basically said, you're going on TV tomorrow at 2 p.m. and it's all set up.
This was June of 2019.
Wow.
January 2019, I retired from baseball.
Yeah.
Because of injury. I hadn't watched a pitch.
Had a good 6 months.
I
What are you
gave you
talking
6
about?
months to chill out.
I hadn't watched a pitch of baseball, and by chill out, it was like just be miserable and mourn baseball being over with.
Well, it's really cool that you're so involved in it again. Kind of a rebirth as David Hamilton takes a strike on the outside corner. And you're so good at this, Will. You see the game. You love it. You're invested in the Red Sox. You do have a face for radio, but we'll look past that.
Listen, I grew out this beard. Not because I like it, but because it does cover up half my face.
0-1 pitch to Hamilton, swing and a miss at a high fastball, it's 0-2.
We would sit on the couch at night and be watching, whether it be Nesson or whatever broadcast network we were watching, and he would sit and call the games as an analyst, and he'd be like, this is what's going to happen next. And I said, you need to just do this for work.
0-2. He is swung on and missed. He struck him out well. He was awesome then, and he's awesome now. And again, Jenny, we thank you for lending him to us for this year.
He's all yours.
I love this love fest. Thank you,
many,
guys.
many
You guys are
years
making me
beyond.
feel
That's the
good.
best thing. It is 18-3 Red Sox. Great to see you, Jenny. Thanks.
Thanks for having me.
All right, we go to the top of the 9th inning. 15-run Red Sox lead on the Shaws and Star Market, WEEI, Red Sox Radio Network.
Lowe's is the destination for Ego outdoor power equipment this spring. See what's new and exclusive, like the 17-inch string trimmer with Line IQ technology that auto-feeds to save you time, and the 22-inch Select Cut self-propelled mowers with a multi-blade system for precise cutting. Shop Ego Days, happening now during Springfest at Lowe's. We help, you save. Selection varies by location while supplies last.
Canva presents the killer of productivity. It was an ordinary workday until...
Oh no, this meeting. It could have been an email.
Run. Canva had a creative solve.
Get email. I'll just put the info the team needs in a Canva doc, and I'll make it visual with images, charts, and graphics.
Bring productivity killers to justice with creativity. Love your work at canva.com.
Sometimes it feels like the world is moving at hyperspeed and you can't keep up because it's one thing then another. And don't forget the meeting and the yoga class and the dinner reservation. But then you get into the all-new Nissan Murano and you feel the breeze from the panoramic moonroof while the massaging seats melt away the tension of the day. And you realize that sometimes the greatest rush is not rushing at all. Shop the all-new Murano at nissanusa.com. Panoramic moonroof massaging leather appointed seats are available features.
You're listening to the Sox on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network. Now, back to the play-by-play action.
Cooper Criswell going to try to close this thing down. 18-3, the Red Sox leading the Cardinals. 3 outs from a sweep. What a day for the Red Sox. Here is Mason Wynn, right-handed hitter. He takes a fastball on the inside corner. Reminder, stay tuned for the Nissan post-game show. You deserve a car that thrills you. Nissan's got an exciting full line that'll put goosebumps on your goosebumps. The 0-1 is a check swing. He went around, and it's 0-2.
Criswell, 3 innings. Love that. He comes in, he looked much better than his last time out.
They very much needed it. I mean, Dobbins is going to get a win in his debut. The 0-2. Beautiful chant at Fenway as the pitch misses just outside. And it's 1-2.
Can always rely on Bostonians to always revert back to this chant.
1-2. Swing and a foul. And on a day like today, it hits the right way.
It does. You win 2 games here, they get walked off in Pittsburgh. Absolutely.
Baseball is at its best when those 2 titans will collide in June at the top of the game.
Yep.
1-2. Criswell throws, and he misses outside with a changeup. And it is 2-2. That's the Subaru of New England scoreboard. That's all you need to know. The Yankees lost today, 5-4 in Pittsburgh. Jays will be here tomorrow. They lost in Queens. The Mets beat them 2-1. 6:45 first pitch tomorrow, right here at Fenway Park. First of 4 with the Jays. 2-2. Hamilton way over in the hole at short. The pitch is lined toward him. He dives and can't get it. It's into left field. That's a base hit for Mason Wynn. And Cardinals have the leadoff man aboard here in the top of the 9th.
You know, so I know we talked about Hunter Dobbins starting game 2 instead of Fitz, pushing Fitz to tomorrow. Yes, they get 1 more day of rest, but also it's the 5th starter for the Blue Jays tomorrow, and then you get their 1, 2, 3, and boom, you can match up Crochet with the start of their rotation as well.
I'm very excited to see Garrett's first start here at Fenway Park. That will be electric. 18-3 Sox. Leadoff man aboard. Big swing and a miss by Nootbaar. And it is 0-1. It was so important for the Red Sox this year to get off to a hot start. All the offseason unrest, they made big moves, especially Bregman late. 0-1. Popped up on the left side of the infield. Romy is back. In comes Refsnyder. He's there to make the play. And there's one away. And especially after that first difficult series in Texas, what an answer this is.
Yeah, I was going to say, it feels like a hot start, but they lost 4 straight after winning that home or the opener on the season. But they end up finishing this one out, winning 5 in a row after that. That's quite the answer.
The Rangers are 8-2. I mean, maybe the Red Sox just opened their season against one of the best teams in the game. Here's Lucan Baker pinch hitting. He takes sinker outside from Criswell, and it's 1-0. 18 runs, 22 hits for the Red Sox here tonight. 1-0 is down and in, a sinking fastball, and it's 2-0. But I mean, this is what Craig Breslow, I mean, even he couldn't have dreamt of this in the first series at Fenway Park between Bregman, Devers, Campbell, Abreu. The 2-0 is fouled off on the third base side. Well, this offense just comes in waves.
It's full of streaky hitters mixed in with guys who are really consistent, which I think you catch everybody on the, on the same wave like you have in this series, you can beat just about anybody.
2-1. And at first, the pitch, that's right there on the corner, cutter, and it's 2-2. Abby Murphy, the lead PR director here in Boston, just asked me, who do you want for postgame? I mean, literally, you could take any of the 9. 2 balls, 2 strikes, the pitch. A little bit outside, a sweeper, and it's 3-2. In a moment, we'll bring you the McFarland Energy Play of the Game, which is authored by the Red Sox new third baseman, Alex Bregman. 3-2, the pitch is chopped toward third. It is gobbled up by Gonzalez. He throws into right field, wide of Campbell. And the Cardinals will have him at first and third with only 1 out.
Yeah, high hopper there to third. I don't know if Romy felt like he had to rush with Mason Wynn getting close to second base. Yeah, getting a good look at the replay, just kind of let it sail, kind of sidearmed it over there.
It happens in a 15-run game. So here you go. Here's the McFarland Energy Play of the Game. 2-2. 7-1 Sox. Looking to totally explode this thing. Bregman waits. Here's the pitch. And it is high in the air, into center field, at the track, at the wall. Gone! Bregman hits his first Fenway homer, and it is 10-1 Red Sox. Well, it is now 18-4 Red Sox after the left-handed hitting Alec Burleson ripped one into the gap. That was a good time to play another highlight as the Cardinals bring in a shot into the gap in left center field. Criswell with runners at second and third and 1 down. Wave is going for those who remain. The pitch is a strike on the outside corner. So good to see Boog Shambi here with ESPN Radio.
He's the absolute best. He's so fun.
He's so good at his job. If only he weren't such a jerk. 0-1 to JC. Pitch is a strike on the outside corner. That's a guy who came up in 1997 as a rookie broadcaster with the Miami, I guess then the Florida Marlins. And that was the year that Craig Counsell got traded over there. Now, how about this for a full circle moment? Counsell now manages the Cubs, and Boog's their lead TV announcer. Change up for a strike, and it's 1-2.
You can always swap good Ryan Dempster stories, since Demp's over there doing a lot of stuff with the Cubs as well.
And he has to put up with Millar way too often. And Chris Rose, 1-2. Here's the pitch, and it's swung on and fouled off the end of the bat. Boog is actually, John Shambi, is Craig Counsell's youngest kid's godfather.
Come on.
Yeah.
I'm more curious to how you know that.
I talked to people and ask them questions about their lives. 1-2 to Thomas Sajasi. The pitch is pop foul on the first base side. 18-4, Red Sox leading the Cardinals.
Now, I don't know the exact timeline, but Dave O'Brien was definitely with the Florida Marlins around the same time that Boog was there.
Yeah, they overlapped.
Okay.
Yep. And of course, owned by one John Henry.
That's right.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Pitch is on the ground, rather line drive foul. I'm hearing the producers talking in the background over the speaker system, which definitely means I've missed some drops because we're having too much fun.
Blame it on Jenny.
Well, I think that's probably a good general rule of thumb. I think they'll be very close to a sellout here tonight. The attendance report brought to you by Crispy Crunchy Chicken. 1-2 is just outside. Change-up missed. It's 2-2. Craving some crunch? Get fresh hand-breaded chicken tenders or a crispy chicken sandwich spiced just right here in the ballpark. That's a lot after 18 innings of play-by-play. That's a tongue twister. 2-2. That's driven high and deep into left field. Forget about this one. That's headed for Lansdowne. It is way gone. That's a cool moment for Thomas Sajasi, just called up from AAA, and he launches a 3-run homer, and it is not yet a ball game, but 18-7 in the top of the ninth.
Yeah, you hate it for Criswell, right? Because this is the back of his baseball card. He's out here trying to get outs, but at the end of the day, you just need him to get through these innings so no one else has to pitch, and you just get this game over with.
So here now, Alec Burleson, 4 runs in for the Cardinals. One of the really cool things, and I know you think I keep bringing up the obstruction play at third base, the 0-1 count to Burleson, but you personally, that jewelry you wore on your right hand the other day, as Burleson takes a strike, it's 0-2, are forever in a really great way linked to this rivalry between the Red Sox and the Cardinals.
Of course, I get it. It's part of history. It was a freak play. Unfortunately, I was in the middle of it.
0-2 misses outside, but that's not the story of that season. It's not the story of your career. You're part of this lineage of champions over a 20-year period.
No, I was really lucky to not only be in this organization, but be a part of a really good team.
1-2 misses down and in, a changeup, and it's 2-2.
You know, my rookie year in 2012, we all know how 2012 went, right? We had all this promise and hope and a great team, and didn't go well. They ended up trading everyone. We're in last place, and no one thought we'd end up winning a World Series. We were picked to finish last in 2013.
2-2 is a ground ball over Criswell's glove. The shortstop Hamilton gloves and throws to first, and the Red Sox are out away. So 2 down in this ninth inning. 18-7 is the score. And that was different than this offseason because the Red Sox made huge splashes with Crochet and Bregman. That year, sort of under the radar moves that changed the whole clubhouse.
Yeah, it was kind of supplementing leadership with some talent, bringing in the
Here's the first pitch to Jordan Walker for strike 1.
The Johnny Gomes, the Mike Napoli, the Shane Victorinos, trading for Jake Peavy at the trade deadline, and bringing in these guys who were just winners.
Pitch to Walker, misses outside 1-1. How different was it walking into spring training that first day in 13 than the year before?
Well, in 12, it was my first spring training, and
That's what I mean.
Yeah,
so the next year you had to be like, oh, this is what it's supposed to be.
Of course, well, I spent a full year in the major leagues and had some footing as a major leaguer, so it's a little easier walking into that one.
Strike on the outside corner. The Red Sox are 1 strike away. The 1-2 is just outside, a cutter, and it's 2-2. Heroics in the 9th and 10th from the Red Sox in game 1 of this double dip. Devers tied it with a bases-loaded walk. Here's the 2-2 outside, and then Abreu banged one off the wall. And game 1 of this doubleheader, and game 2 has been an absolute rout, right from the jump. 3-2. Criswell throws, and a swing and a line drive into center field. Base hit, and the game will continue. Red Sox fell behind by a run in the first inning of this one with Hunter Dobbins on the mound, but they tied it in the first on a base hit from who else? Wilyer Abreu. And then they blew it open in the second, triggered by Abreu and Bregman and Devers and Cedon. And Criswell has a meeting on the mound with Carlos Narvaez.
Baseball is so funny because it doesn't matter if you're up 10 plus runs or it's a one-run game. The last 3 outs of the game are always the hardest to get.
Well, especially in a blowout like this, where Alex Cora is just not going to work the bullpen. He's leaning on Criswell, saying, these are your outs to get.
Yeah, save us, set us up with Toronto coming in town and let our bullpen reset after a long day.
They really want to save Zach Kelly for tomorrow. The pitch to Pedro Pajes is a strike. On the outside corner, 18-7 is the score. Our 19th inning of the day. And it's been fun. The pitch is a strike on the outside corner, and these fans who've hung around are on their feet hoping for one more strike. Oh, and 2 the pitch. Swinging a high fly into left field. Ref Snyder in front of the track. He's there to make the play. And the Red Sox sweep the Cardinals today and in the series. Final score tonight, 18-7. With the country watching the Red Sox make a statement. They're back, baby. A sweep of the Redbirds. Nissan postgame show is next on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Get big savings now during SpringFest at Lowe's. Buy 2, get 1 free on select Valspar, HGTV Home by Sherwin-Williams, and Cabot exterior paints and stains, starting at $39.98 via Visa gift card rebate. Start your project today with Lowe's. We help, you save. Must purchase in increments of 3 to receive discounts. See rebate form for complete list of eligible products. Offer excludes clearance and mistints and can't be combined with any other offer, promotion, discount, or coupon. See Lowe's.com/rebates for more details. Valid 4/3 through 4/30.
Sometimes it feels like the world is moving at hyperspeed and you can't keep up because it's one thing then another, and don't forget the meeting and the yoga class and the dinner reservation, but then you get into the all-new Nissan Murano and you feel the breeze from the panoramic moonroof while the massaging seats melt away the tension of the day. And you realize that sometimes the greatest rush is not rushing at all. Shop the all-new Murano at nissanusa.com. Panoramic moonroof massaging leather appointed seats are available features.
Canva presents the killer of productivity. It was an ordinary workday until...
Oh no, this meeting could have been an email.
Run. Canva had a creative solve.
Get email. I'll just put the info the team needs in a Canva doc, and I'll make it visual with images, charts, and graphics.
Bring productivity killers to justice with creativity. Love your work at canva.com.
I'm Red. And I'm Link. And we're the hosts of the podcast Ear Biscuits. We're just 2 lifelong friends who've been talking about life for a long time.
From being dads to businessmen to all the random things we experience, nothing is off limits.
And now we're talking to you. We're answering your questions, giving advice that you may or may not want to take, and listening to your hilarious stories.
So leave us a voicemail to be part of the show at
1-888-EARPOD1 on the Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Call 811.
Grill it, fry it, or bake it. Tender boneless chicken now on sale at Shaw's and Star Market. Hey, it's Lou. Today through Thursday, you can pick up Value Pack all-natural Signature Farms boneless chicken breasts or thighs for just $2.47 a pound. When you use the digital coupon, you're limited to 2. When you shop with Shaw's app, you get amazing deals